go. Let's go. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3.
That's right. Thank you,
4.
LeBron. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, live
do it live
on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
That's right. Say my name,
Rob Parker.
Say his name,
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple on this funky Flashback Friday. Woo-hoo! And you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake. Sorry about that.
Rob. How else we gonna count it?
Sorry about that, Ben. Sorry.
It's all right. He's used to it by now. It's only been 70 years of it.
That's right. All right, write it down. Hey, Alex, are we hearing Kelvin? It sounds pretty low. Or is he good? Sounds
I don't know.
good?
I think he's far away from the mic.
All right, let's do a quick.
Is this thing on?
Let's do a quick roll call and see who's here.
Okay, let me go through it. Rob Parker, are you here? All right. Rob G, are you here?
Present.
Steve DeSager here. Hey, Steve. Well, I'm here. I think that's it. Kelvin?
No,
Where's Kelvin?
You got me right here.
Oh, hi, Kelvin.
Oh, okay. All right.
There you go.
All right, we're just trying to figure it all out. All right, here we go. Write it down, commit it to memory, 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there, 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
That's how it sounds like you would type. You're very heavy-handed. Is that like you're banging the keyboard?
You want to call so
That
bad.
sounded like you trying to hurry up and get those columns in before deadline.
Hey. Man, I never missed a deadline. I'm not sneezing. I was good all day.
I don't know about you. I don't know about that. That's why I said I ain't coming in today.
What are you talking about? Rob G, I talked to him on the phone. I sounded great until I walked in here. Now I'm a little verklempt. All right.
As soon as the show starts, huh?
And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say, tough, because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
That's right. With all that said, always remember...
Sweetie beatie. Yeah.
All right, let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is...
Kelvin
Washington.
That's right. Man, we almost there in a handful of hours, 72 hours or so. We will be in San Francisco. Super week. Getting ready to have some fun out there, man. Oh, yeah. Which I'm not even remotely ready for. I mean remotely. My gosh, I ain't.
Are you kidding? My
ready
bags
for it.
are at the door. I'm ready to go. I can't wait.
I ain't packed. I got to grab other stuff. I got to lock some stuff. Yes, yeah. I'll get there eventually.
You
but
only
not
knew
right
you were
now.
going to the Super Bowl for a year. Why are you not packed now?
I have 17 jobs. I got 34 kids.
Okay.
And everything else. So, but it'll happen. It'll happen just like it did last year. We had a wonderful time in New Orleans. So I'll get everything situated and get ready to go to the Bay Area. So we'll have some fun.
All right. Let's do that. And for over 40 years, TireRack.com has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, where they drive, ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Rob G is our producer. Blood Mexican. Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Steve DeSager is at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program.
Never heard of him.
Elijah is our social media guru.
Get it together, Rob. Get it all out now so we good for next week.
So I'll pull the curtain back. So I called Elijah, going over some of the numbers. I did an HRU first, and then I called him and just wanted to check on some social media numbers, our original video of the Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Our reaction to Bill Belichick not getting into the Hall of Fame. 1.1 million on Twitter.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Thank you. Thanks to our Odd Couple people
Shout out to
out
everybody.
there.
Yeah.
seriously, that's nothing to sneeze at. Alex, you know the social media game. 1.1 million original.
That's impressive.
That's what
That
it
is
was.
impressive.
Most people lucky hit 100K, even if they have a show.
We had
Yeah,
1.1 million. That was an unbelievable
crazy.
thing. So
I mean, God rest his soul. I don't know if Doug's hit that.
Oh, see?
no,
What?
with the highlights from the university.
Oh,
maybe.
yes.
Right.
Oh, see? Y'all, come on now. Let the man.
Or at least the 0.1. I'm just saying.
There they go, Rob G. There they go. They starting early, Rob G. We ain't even got to the first lead topic yet.
I'm good. No. I'm good, Alex. I'm good. All right. Yes, so we got a lot to do on this Funky Flashback Friday. And Rob G, let's start with the news of the day. How about that? The Minnesota Vikings made news.
Yeah, not the kind of news you want to make. 8 months after giving him a fat contract extension, the Minnesota Vikings have moved on from their general manager, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah.
Who was the other guy who got fired on the same – who got a contract extension this past year? The year before.
Rob Parker?
Not me.
He might get fired too. I'm just saying. No, we'll
Why are you
going to
put that in the atmosphere?
Because you keep
Rob
saying
G?
wild stuff, Rob.
Yeah, every day.
What'd I say?
Three times.
All
Well,
this stuff.
listen. Well, yeah.
We don't got time for that.
All right, we don't have
But
time.
yes. Long story short, he got fired today. The team will look to find a new general manager after the draft, which is puzzling timing. And
It was Tibbs. Tibbs got the
yeah, there you
contract
go.
extension right in the
yeah,
summer,
yeah,
and then he
yeah,
got fired after they get to the
thank you,
conference
Rob.
finals.
So yes,
I mean, it's been happening quite a bit lately. Go ahead,
he
Rob
got
G.
let go, and there's a number of reasons you could point to. He had a shoddy record when it came to drafting. They're currently about $50 million over the salary cap heading into next season. But a lot of people have pointed to one move in particular and the fallout from that decision as the reason why Adolfo-Mensah is no longer the GM of the Vikings. That would be trading up in the draft to select J.J. McCarthy 10th overall and subsequently not re-signing Sam Darnold, not re-signing Daniel Jones, not even bringing in Aaron Rodgers. So, guys, here's the question. Is it fair to say that J.J. McCarthy cost this man his job?
I believe so. And I don't think it's J.J. McCarthy solely. I think it's the success of Daniel Jones until he was injured, looking pretty good.
No, he
having a
wasn't.
solid-
Before he got hurt, he wasn't playing well, actually. So
Okay, well, that's your opinion.
No, it's not. It's fact. Rob G, look at the numbers the last few games before he got hurt.
Infinitely better than J.J. McCarthy.
No, I'm just saying
The
he
team
wasn't
was
playing well.
I'm not saying he was the return of Joe Montana. What I'm saying is he looked solid. And then Sam Darnold is about to be in the Super Bowl in a matter of a week or in a couple days. And I think that absolutely plays a role when you had a guy in your staple that you could have had for some pennies on the dollar in comparison to quarterbacks who have the same production as him. And you went up, and it was a risk. Before we even had the Sam Darnold conversations, when we just had the JJ conversation, you guys know I kept saying, really? Like, I wish him well. He went to Michigan, but I just don't see it yet. Like, what? To jump up. Second round, late second round, third, I get it, okay.
Well, Shedeur's doing great.
To jump up to 10th, no, Shedeur's a fifth-round draft pick.
No, he's not. He's a first-round draft pick, according to you.
No, not according to y'all.
No, according to you. No, according to you. According to you.
And J.J. McCarthy
but now he's a fifth-round pick because he didn't play well.
And they traded up for him. So for me, before we even knew if Sam Darnold was going to become a good quarterback, I'm like, okay, that's strange to jump up that high. So now you put all your eggs in that basket. And so when you look at what he's done as far as only 3 of the 10 draftees they just had, the folks they drafted, actually ended up being starters. You mentioned they're $50 million over, and most of that is on the defensive side of the ball. And again, you let Daniel Jones go. You let, more importantly, Sam Darnold go, who is now replicated what he did with you, 14-3, and is now in a Super Bowl, and J.J. McCarthy struggled. Nobody's saying he's going to be the worst quarterback ever, but when he doesn't look good, 11 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and is only 57% completion percentage, that, along with the success of Sam Darnold, I think will absolutely have them reconsider some things. And it's unfortunate, obviously, because if you're him, you're thinking you're in a great spot, you got a good team, we got a talent to contend. And really, had you kept a Sam Darnold, maybe you are having a chance to contend. So to me, it's unfortunate for him. But if you look at the decision solely, and we know how important the quarterback position is, this is what they decided to do.
Yeah, I think it's bigger than that. If you read some of the reports coming out of there were issues going on inside the building, tensions between different sides. obviously, the Sam Darnold jury, I know everybody wants to crown him. I remember when everybody crowned Chris Paul when he was up 2-0 in the NBA Finals and said he was the third greatest guard who ever played. I haven't heard those conversations again because, remember, the Milwaukee won the next 4 games, and Chris Paul didn't win a championship as everybody thought he would. Sam Darnold could still come out, wet the bed in the biggest game of the year, and the conversation about him will continue to be the same. If he wins, then that narrative will stop. But I'm not there yet, and I'm not ready to crown anybody that they're automatically going to win the championship and play great. Is there a couple things here? A lot of the drafting issues, not being able to get Pro Bowlers out of any of his, few of his draft picks. He's at the bottom there. You just talked about it. Starters, getting players. Drafting is very important. When you go, did you really develop J.J. McCarthy? And I mean, as an organization, maybe their idea of what they needed to do to get him prepared and get him ready, or maybe he wasn't ready yet, and maybe you needed a bridge quarterback. You know what I mean? To be able to bridge if you really believed in him. And you have to say they believed in him because he didn't fall in their lap as the last pick in the first round or the first pick in the second round. They traded up. So that was somebody they targeted, and when that doesn't work out, the general manager is going to get some smoke for that, especially when you feel like maybe you did not do all you needed to do in the first year for him to have more success. So I think it's a combination of a lot of things because, again, I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that Sam Darnold, his knock is not that he can't play, he doesn't play well. It's the big games that people are worried about. And so far, he's played better this year. But I guarantee you the general manager of the Vikings wouldn't have got fired after watching the first half when they played the Rams a few weeks ago, and he had all the picks and played terrible, and they were down by 16 in the fourth quarter. I doubt that they would. I doubt if it was based off of that. I'm just saying, like
underselling, like the idea that
I'm not underselling. I just think that I'm just think that it's easy to.
It's a very tough division. And they had a shot, right? Like, meaning if they came back and Sam Darnold, even if he was 85% of what
they didn't believe in him after those games. I mean,
that's the problem, I think, is that they're saying, why didn't you believe in this guy?
Because they moved up and they got a guy that they thought that their coach, the quarterback whisperer, who had a lot of success with a lot of different quarterbacks, could do the same thing. And it didn't work out. That's why. And
I think, no, I get it. And we talked about it. That's going to be his project.
But that's what the coach does. That's why they felt like they rehabilitated Sam Darnold so we can do this. This is what we do. You know what I mean? With quarterbacks who have come through Minnesota. That's what they felt that they could do. And that's the reason. But I don't know. I'm just asking you, if Sam Darnold lays an egg in the Super Bowl, would the Vikings right and said, hey, he can't win the big game? Would that be the narrative? Would they be right to have not signed him?
I still don't believe so
Okay.
because I think you could back-to-back 14-3 seasons with 2 franchises coast to coast. I think that's a massive telltale. Again, 4,000 yards, 2 different teams is back-to-back years is a massive tell. Played amazing, outplayed Matthew Stafford in the NFC Championship game when they said he couldn't, and that was a team that has kryptonite. He beat them in the last, fourth quarter of the last game, comes back, balls out this last game. I think you're sitting there saying, dang it. And you got to sometimes you got to just tip your hat, wipe your hands and say, we missed. We got it wrong. It happens in life.
I don't think the Vikings will think that they got it wrong if Sam Darnold lays an egg in the Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying to you.
There's no. The dude is in the Super Bowl. He was 14.
That's fine, but there's still the idea for Sam Darnold to clean the stink off of him. He will have to win the Super Bowl and play well. That's what Sam Darnold needs.
That is where we will grossly disagree.
So you saying to me that
Darnold was a pile of
no,
stink.
I'm going to ask you. So if he has a bad, I'm just listen to my hypothetical answer. My question.
Go ahead.
He has a bad game. They lose to the Patriots, who haven't beaten anybody basically all year. He has a bad game. They lose. The narrative about him will be what? That Sam Darnold's a great quarterback because he got to the Super Bowl?
I think so.
Okay.
Because he was rolling in stink. That's it. Rolling in stink. We completely forgot about him. And for the last 2 years, he has the most wins of any quarterback. 14 wins with 2 different franchises. Now he's in the Super Bowl. And now our expectation is, oh, well, he got to the postseason or he got to NFC Championship, but he didn't play well, or he got to the Super Bowl. We don't have that with many other quarterbacks. Justin Herbert ain't had a chance to stink in the Super Bowl. Trevor Lawrence ain't had a chance to stink in the Super Bowl. Josh Allen ain't had a chance to stink in the Super Bowl.
No.
Or Lamar.
But it ain't that. It's what his reputation is, and that is the reason why. That's the reason why.
Super Bowl participant.
But that's not the reason why nobody went after him, that he got such a bad deal from Seattle. After 14-3 with the Vikings, he should have had an open market. You know how many teams need quarterbacks? That's all I'm saying.
But I think
nobody else
wanted
him. Nobody else wanted him.
And that was 1 year, and I think they went, well, we should have jumped on that. Should have jumped on that instead of Geno. We should have jumped on that instead of some other guys.
There's a lot. All I'm saying, 15 teams need quarterbacks.
That's a fair point.
All I'm
That's
saying.
a fair point. If they wanted, a lot of teams were apprehensive after a year. That's fair.
All right.
Now we've seen them do it back-to-back years.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Did J.J. McCarthy and Sam Darnold cost the Vikings GM his job? We'll continue that conversation next with you. Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington, it is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you're Kelvin and can't show up in the US of A.
Okay.
All right, check it out. If you're facing hiring head.
Let's take a jump in the hot tub time machine and find out what Rob Parker's been saying about Sam Darnold.
Alex, don't hit the button. And I know all of the people decided this is the day that they were going to sing the praises of Sam Darnold, but I'm not one of them. Sam Darnold,
Okay.
I know they won the game, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give it to you real.
Okay.
Sam Darnold got bailed out. They let Sam Darnold off the hook. And I'm talking about for right now, because this still follows him. And the reason it still follows him, and I heard Colin recite a stat earlier, and other people were talking about it as well. First quarterback to win 12 games with two different teams. All right? That's not a badge of honor. It's an indictment of Sam Darnold.
It's an indictment that you won 14 games with two teams. It's an indictment that you threw 4,000 yards with two teams. It's an indictment you're going to the Super Bowl. Why are you indicting the man?
And here's the worst part about this. Kelvin thinks he's coming up on
I just
on the come up today. This is
I just playing you.
But wait a minute. He's so into Sam Darnold that he picked the Rams to win the game and Matthew Stafford. That's how much he's into Sam Darnold.
And Sam Darnold.
Now he wants to celebrate Sam Darnold.
Because I've sat
the guy
next to you
was going to the Hall
for
of Fame.
an hour and a half.
No, I want you to tell me
for
about
a year and a half.
Why didn't you pick him then to win if you're all in the
I'll
Sam
tell you,
Darnold
because
box?
I thought
Come
the
on.
Rams would be able to pull it off, which fourth down, they get it done, they do. Don't try to stuck away from this, Sam Darnold. I sat here for a year and a half with you telling, why can't the man have gotten better?
Because
why
he
can't
hasn't.
the man improve? Why can't the man 14 games with the Vikings? Didn't have a great game towards the end of the season versus the Lions. We know that. We saw that. Then he came back and did 14 games with another team. 2 whole franchises. And I said, if we played the whole clip, which we ain't got time to, then here's me say to you, Rob, at a certain point, why can't Sam Darnold just be good? He ain't got to be John Elway. He ain't got to be Aaron Rodgers. He ain't got to be Peyton Manning. Why can't he just be good? Sam Darnold can just be good. He doesn't have to be a top 5 quarterback in the history of the NFL, but he has been able to produce, and now for 2 franchises. And if you're the Vikings, you got to be sitting there saying, why, didn't we keep him? You didn't have to sign him for crazy, crazy money. You could have kept him for some decent money, like Seattle did, and therefore you could have been contending. Maybe it wasn't the Bears. Maybe it wasn't the Lions. Maybe it wasn't the Packers. It could have been you getting a shot to go to the NFC Championship game had you had a real quarterback. You wanted to not you. They wanted to ride it out with J.J. McCarthy. You did too, actually, is what I meant with saying them, but you rode with it too. And I didn't understand it. And then he went over there and had a good year, had a great game, the game of his life against his nemesis, who he's not played well against except for the second half of that fourth quarter, the last game. And so you got to give him some credit. You got to give him some credit.
I'm not giving him credit.
Why don't you give him some credit? In fact, in the clip online, that shout out to HRU Elijah, you said I will give him credit if he finally gets there.
No,
give him some.
I know. When he wins the Super Bowl and he's holding the trophy, then maybe.
Then maybe even.
But I got to see how they win. Now, here's my thing. Before you go celebrate Sam Darnold, he will be easily could happen, is he wets the bed in the Super Bowl, and then he'll come to life. He'll be the guy that everybody knows he's been. And then that conversation will change because this is a dude who's the Pillsbury Doughboy and had 20 turnovers, 36 turnovers in the last 2 years. That's not somebody you could trust. Yeah, they've won a lot of games, but he's turned the ball over a ton. I'm afraid of Sam Darnold. I expect him to turn into an apple turnover. I expect him to turn into a pumpkin. And if he does that on the biggest stage in the Super Bowl, I think everybody will change their tune. It's easy to celebrate the guy. Finish the job.
I agree with that. You don't want to just get there. And I'm sure they'll be probably 4.5. I said they'd be 4.5. I think they are. This is before I ever even know what Vegas said. 4.5. I think they might be able to pull it up by double digits the way that defense is.
I don't believe that, and I'm just saying this is my issue, is that he still has a propensity of wetting the bed, and the reason the Vikings moved off of him, and we've seen it. They regret that. He did it last year. They don't regret it. They did it last year.
Why don't they regret it?
They don't regret it.
I don't understand why they don't regret it. If they didn't regret it and they got Aaron Rodgers or something, okay, it makes sense on paper.
They didn't want to pay that guy. They didn't want to pay him. And at that time, he took a lesser contract to go to Seattle, and bravo to Seattle for doing that and not being on the hook. Rob G, they could even, if he was bad and say they lost in the playoffs, they could get out of that deal. It's not like some long-term
it will be now.
Contract. Well, we'll see what happens.
It don't matter now.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter. He just led his team to the Super Bowl.
Okay, guys have done that and they've never gotten back.
Oh, yeah. We are the Odd Couple. Fox Sports Radio. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Funky Flashback Friday. Hey, check out the YouTube channel. Yeah, a bunch of tissues for you, Rob. We keep some right up under, right where your legs are, too, right over there. We got a paper towel if you need them, too. Go subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff on YouTube. We always appreciate it there. Sure, we're doing pretty well on the numbers. We want to say thank you for subscribing, for sharing, commenting, 5-star reviews, all that good stuff. We appreciate it as always. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Rob, let's take some calls. The general manager for the Minnesota Vikings fired after he just got an extension earlier, beginning during the
Nobody
offseason
wants
there.
to say his name. That's why. They probably said, hey, whatchamacallit, you got fired today. Rob G. Say his name.
Shoot for it, Rob G.
Kwesi Adolfo Mensa.
Gesundheit. Okay, I got you.
Let me see. All right, Rob G.
Kwesi.
Listen, the good thing about it is you own it. Let me see.
That's how I was feeling yesterday.
No, that's Kwesi. That's Kwesi. I know a few Kwesis. That's
Okay,
Kwesi
Kwesi.
Adolfo Mensa. That's not that bad, actually, Rob. It's
You
not
know
that hard,
what?
should say that.
I
Not
actually,
that
I
difficult.
remember that.
What happened to names like Rob and
Right.
Steve?
But I,
Bump all y'all Robs. We tired of y'all
Now we got
Robs.
Kelvin with a K and an E out of nowhere.
right.
And Kennedy with an I, my daughter, and Cameron with a Y, and Karis. You know, we went crazy over this household.
I remember that there was a detective show, right? Dick Kwesi.
Dick Kwesi?
Yeah, there we go.
You're
Dick
so
Kwesi.
stupid.
Okay.
I knew you were gonna say. Yeah, I did it good though. Kwesi Adolfo Mensa. All right.
All right.
Anyway,
Let's go.
Go ahead. Let's take
Marty
some
in
calls.
Kentucky. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marty?
What's up, Rob? How you doing? How you doing, Kelvin?
Good.
What's
Great.
going on, brother? Doing well.
Well, guys, I absolutely think the Sam Darnold situation plays a factor in it. Whether he wins or loses the Super Bowl, he's thrown for 4,000 yards 2 years in a row, won 14 games 2 years in a row.
How come nobody wanted him, Marty, when he was available? I'm just asking
Well-
you, seriously. How come nobody wanted him after that year? He had a great year with the Vikings.
Well, we're talking about the view from right now, not
No,
then.
but I'm asking you if it's just about until he gets over this bugaboo and maybe he wins the Super Bowl, plays well, and that'll be the end of it. That he was rightfully the first overall pick and people made a mistake about him. That could happen.
Well, Rob, do we think that every team that passed on Lamar Jackson that went last in the draft doesn't regret that because he hasn't been to a Super Bowl?
No, but my point
Oh,
is
you're preaching.
the difference.
Okay.
No, you're not, Marty. What's the difference between the two, Marty? Seriously, what's the difference between
One
the two?
got to a Super Bowl.
No, that's not the difference.
Well, that's
No, let me give you. Let me give Let me give you the difference. One has been on 5 teams, and one is still on the same team and has 2 MVPs. That's the difference. If Lamar was on 6 teams,
But I thought winning the Super Bowl.
no, that's not my point. My point is they're not the same. Sam Darnold's been on 5 teams. That's the difference.
One don't count. It's the Jets. They
All
don't
right.
count as a team.
Thanks, Marty. Appreciate it. Harold in Chicago. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Harold?
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
How you?
Yo.
Good. When y'all gonna come out here and get some Heralds with me?
Hey,
Come on, man.
definitely.
We
You
gonna
know
wait till
that.
the weather break a little bit.
Definitely. We're going to come out there.
A little too chilly right now, Harold. y'all got a negative degrees right
Y'all
now.
could have
we got
that.
90 degrees
right.
out here in L.A.
Today's like 85 in L.A. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, sorry.
Before I begin, yo, Rob, lay off Tom Brady. I know you're hot right now, but you're throwing stuff at the wall. You're trying to see what sticks as you're right about Belichick. Lay off Tom Brady.
Right.
But back to this Viking subject. I don't know how Kevin O'Connell isn't catching any heat. Like, the GM can only bring in the players. The only reason they brought in Sam Darnold was because J.J. McCarthy was out for the year. And the GM is the one who sees Darnold every day in practice.
The coach, you mean? Right.
And they still decided to let Darnold go. The GM's the one who hires Flores, who I think carried the team more than the offense did. I don't know how everything falls on the GM or Sam Darnold when Kevin O'Connell is, in my opinion, the real culprit. He's got to be out there every day and tell the GM, hey, this works. Let's keep this guy. Let's let him go.
No doubt. That's a good call. Appreciate it. Real quick, Trucker Don in Boston. Real quick, Trucker Don, where are you?
Two.
Hi, bud. 2-2. That's always for Kelvin now.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
You don't care about me anymore because I said
You're the only reason I've always listened to the whole show. You know that.
All right, I appreciate
I love giving you crap, but just because I know you can handle it.
You know
and you got big shoulders, and you listen to that last caller. Leave Tom Brady alone. We're gonna get. We're going to get Brittany's stalker caller. Leave poor Brittany alone in here. I got a quick ditty for you. I know you like singing to players' names. It's going to be I call it the booty call. It's Drake,
Okay.
do do do, Drake, do do, Drake to booty, Drake to booty.
Okay. Okay.
Very nice. I like that.
I'm not mad at that, Trucker Don. I'm not mad at that
Very,
at all.
very nice. Well done, my man. Well done.
That came from Cousin Joey, your cousin from Boston. That came from Cousin Joey. He came up with the ditty, or a friend of his did. So I had to pass it on to you guys.
We appreciate that.
Rob, we're going to start calling you Judge Roy Bean. Do you know your Western history? He was the hanging.
I don't know Roy Bean.
He was the hanging judge in the Old West.
Oh, man.
Everybody got hung. We're going to call you Judge Roy Bean. Well, that's what I love about you. It's black or white.
Everybody.
There ain't no.
Everybody.
Yeah, there's no 6-month sentences. Sorry, hang them.
There you go.
That's it.
My man.
All right, guys.
All right,
thanks a lot for
All right,
taking my
appreciate
call.
you, Trucker Don.
I appreciate you.
Yep. Always. Be careful. Drive safe.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's been there
Appreciate
since
it.
day one of the show, so we appreciate him.
We appreciate that, man. Shout out to Trucker Don. All right, well, appreciate all the calls on that. Coming up, we got to have a conversation, some big news in the sports world, but it's kind of the news politics world as well. We'll tell you what's going on with that. Right now, Steve DeSager is going to get you set on what's trending.
Hello, great first quarter for the Lakers. Hey there, they're in the final minute of the first quarter at Washington. LA ahead of the Wizards 41-25, shooting 68% of the floor, led by Luka Doncic. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, just 1 turnover. The first quarter isn't even over yet. In an hour and a half, Denver hosts the Clippers. Nikola Jokic of the Nuggets could be returning tonight. He's missed a month with a knee injury. If he plays all the remaining games, Jokic would finish with 66 games played. Needs to appear in at least 65 to be eligible for the postseason awards. Aaron Gordon of Denver could miss 4 to 6 weeks with a strained hamstring. The late game will have Detroit at Golden State, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday's Spurs at Hornets game was moved up to a noon Eastern start due to bad weather. Charlotte's won 5 in a row. The All-Star Game reserves will be announced this Sunday as selected by the league's head coaches. It'll be a list of 14 players, 7 from each conference. College hoops on Fox TV in a half an hour. It's number 3 Michigan at number 7 Michigan State. Spartans 19-2, Michigan Wolverines 19-1. Just one NHL game tonight, Columbus at Chicago. The Vikings fired general manager Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah after 4 years. Minnesota will search for new GM after the draft. The Packers gave multi-year extensions to general manager Brian Gutekunst, also director of football operations Russ Ball, and officially head coach Matt LaFleur as well. The Steelers' new defensive coordinator is Patrick Graham from the Raiders. He worked for Mike McCarthy at Green Bay in 2018. The Ravens hired Declan Doyle as offensive coordinator. He was with the Bears this past season. He was a Sean Payton assistant before that. Buffalo's new offensive coordinator is Pete Carmichael, a Sean Payton assistant at Denver and New Orleans. The Seahawks are not for sale right now, according to the estate of Paul Allen, disputing an ESPN report. The estate is currently finalizing the sale of the NBA's Blazers. Next season's NFL salary cap is due to be over $300 million per team for the first time. It was under $280 million this past season. Patriots quarterback Drake May missed practice due to illness. The A's gave shortstop Jacob Wilson a 7-year extension worth $70 million. The Royals gave first baseman Vinny Pasquantino a 2-year contract. Back to you.
Hey, Steve, thank you. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Funky Flashback Friday. Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it is not. Switch to life-changing Wet Extra Large Flushable Dude Wipes because wetter just cleans better. Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down. All right, Rob G, we got some hybrid of news, politics, and sports that broke not too long ago.
Yes, sir. Not the kind of news we'd like to be discussing, but it is news nonetheless. Came out on Friday as a part of 3 million pages of released Epstein documents and emails, so on and so forth. It was revealed that a co-owner of the New York Giants by the name of Steve Tisch had convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein sending scouting reports on women, and the two men discussing whether women were pro or civilian or, quote, working girls as a way to funnel him from Epstein to the Giants owner for, we're assuming, sexual purposes.
I read an article about it, both Robs, and it'll be interesting to see what the Giants come down and say as a whole, as an organization. And more importantly to me, Rob, it's going to be interesting what the NFL does, because the NFL has been tight on player misconduct. They got the rules where if there's an investigation of you in certain things, you don't even have to be found guilty. If they feel you broke the conduct policy, they can suspend you. They can, put you on hold, figure out what they're going to do with you. And we've seen that happen to several players over the last, several years. So to me, I look at this as how are they going to handle this with regard to the ownership of Steve Tisch, with the Giants as a whole? Is there a fine? Is there a suspension to him? And we talk about this all the time. When the NBA got a hold of some fouls, weird goings on, and some things that weren't right with Donald Sterling, and the players had a demand on it, they moved fast. Donald Sterling was no longer an owner. So I wonder, if the NFL is going to – because if I'm the players' union, I'm saying when players get in stuff, even before they have the due process of going to court and trial, if you're in an investigation and you feel they've broken some conduct policy, players have been suspended, are you going to do the same thing now for Steve Tisch, a part owner of the Giants? That's what I'm going to want to see. And lastly, Rob, the thing that slippery slope they'll have to be careful about is, as we talk about all the time, is precedent. If they do this, do you go back and start to relitigate stuff, rehash stuff, reinvestigate stuff? Do we hear more about the Robert Kraft issue? That was swept up under the rug and moved on. Does that come up? So it's going to be very interesting to me to see how the NFL handles this, because this is something that has gripped the entire nation, the Epstein files. They're calling on a president to do more. They're calling on to see his involvement or lack thereof in the Epstein files. And now we get more files. There's 3 million pieces of pages that came out. Of course, so much is redacted, but I'm just interested to see what they do, how they handle this, how they choose to maybe punish him and or the Giants.
I think it's easy, and when I say easy, when people are involved in that, obviously people are innocent until proven guilty and until formal charges or whatever, but they should say that they're aware of the situation, and we think it's in the best interest that Steve Tisch not take part in New York Giants business until we get clarity or what's happened in this situation. I think that's, you still own the team. No one's stripping you of the team. You still, have all that. But there's a way of asking people to step aside from the day-to-day business or involvement with the team until this is cleared, And I think because it's not just about you. You represent a league. It's not even just the Giants.
Right.
And that's why they have those moral clauses, and that's why, as you said, people can get suspended even though they haven't been found guilty in a court of law or sidelined with pay. Baseball does it all the time. You get put on a commissioner's list, you get paid or whatever. You know what I mean? But you can't play. And there was a player who was the player for the Tampa Bay Rays who had the big contract, who was involved in with an underage girl, and he wasn't allowed to play. He stayed on the payroll, right? And that's fair because he wasn't found guilty, and then he eventually was found guilty, and I think his contract was voided by the Rays. So that's the way it should be handled. He shouldn't be involved in team business at this point until they can get some clarity and find out what's happened here. I just think that's the easy and safest way. You're not saying he's guilty of anything, right? But you're not also allowing him to act as if nothing has happened. These are some serious kind of allegations and stories going on where you're talking about adults and minors and whatnot. That could be bad if you protect the guy and find out. You know what I mean? That somehow he was involved. Nobody knows that for sure.
Yeah, it's just going to be interesting. And as we know, with these Epstein files, 3 million pages have come out. There's more. Folks are trying to demand all of it to come out. Who knows how far this will go into the powerful rich men in America? I mean, it might, other owners. I mean, that's what's good. As they keep dropping these pages months at a time, every 4 months, 3 months, it's going to be interesting what we keep finding out and what keeps coming out. And if we're rehashing this conversation, 2 months from now, 60 days from now, a month from now, whenever they just keep dropping it. Because, again, 3 million pages just dropped today. All right. On the way, we have the Tire Rack Player of the Day, plus Shekel City, and Sean Payton wilding out a little bit. What did he do? We'll tell you next. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Some more news from the fallout of Bill Belichick getting snubbed with a capital S. Tom Brady, we heard from Tom Brady today. He was on an interview, and he kind of addressed this, and then we'll pivot to Tom Brady because now the focus will go on the other cheater. Go ahead, Rob G.
I don't understand it. I mean, I was with him every day. If he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, there's really no coach that should ever be a first ballot Hall of Famer, which is completely ridiculous because people deserve it, and he's incredible. There's no coach I'd ever want to play for. I'd rather play for. If I'm picking one coach to go out there to win a Super Bowl, give me one season, I'm taking Bill Belichick. So that's enough said. There's nothing outside of that. You know, again, when it comes down to votes and popularity and all that, then welcome to the world of voting, and you may as well go, try out for the Oscars or whatever and, get a big panel to tell you if you're good or not.
All right. I'm shocked. I didn't expect anything from him.
They do vote for the Oscars, and there's voters, and everything that you get when you get awards, people vote for you. And this whole notion that all of a sudden there's something wrong with the system because you didn't get the vote that you wanted makes absolutely no sense to me. And the other thing, and Rob G., I don't know, did you hear most of that radio interview or any more of that? I hope they would have stopped him to say, well, he did cheat. He did get busted by the league. He did get fined $500,000. He did lose lottery draft picks. Let's not act like he says he doesn't understand. When I hear people say that, I don't understand what that means. Right? You know what I mean? You could disagree with it, but to act like you don't understand why some people might not have voted for him is what I don't understand. So that leads me to Tom Brady. And I think the same exact thing should happen to Tom Brady. That in 2 years, when his time comes up, that they should also punish Tom Brady because he was suspended by the league for 4 games for cheating. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are tied at the hip. And to me, the voters who did not vote for Bill Belichick, to give Tom Brady a pass, there would be I would have a problem with that. Because there were enough people who did not vote for Bill Belichick. People think it's just, well, who are the 11? It could have been who are the 25.
That's true. And
we don't know the number. Everybody's thinking it's just 11. It could be way more. All we know is that you need 40 to get, to get the Hall of Fame. So we don't know what the real number is, and some people are now starting to say that they voted and put their names out there, which is fine. And I've always put my vote out with my name, so I'm not one of these people. I'm not afraid to let you know who I voted. But this is the only other thing. Tom Brady, when I think about, his career and I get all the winning and all the other stuff, I can't look at him and not think about the cheating aspect as well. Tom Brady is basically Lance Armstrong without the bicycle. I mean, that's what we should.
See, Rob, you was right there. I was like, you know what? He's being sensible. I don't have to agree, but he's being sensible, Monty. Then you got to take it there.
What?
Lance Armstrong might be the greatest cheater in sports of all time, and now you done link Tom Brady with it just because he likes a little different PSI on his ball. If you don't cut it out, are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Listen, Bill Belichick, that's a whole different thing because Bill Belichick, number one, he's a coach. Right? And there's a whole separate category for coaches and eligible people and different persons who, are participants of the game. Then there's the players. So, but Bill Belichick, we talked about it when it broke yesterday. The thing you could also argue, the cheating is a part of it. Absolutely, because you can say you're the architect of it. The buck stops with you as the coach. And then you go down the list of guys who also, by the way, did not get in first ballot. Coaches. Vince Lombardi didn't get the trophy is named after him. They didn't get in his first ballot. And then you got the Paul Brown. You got Bill Walsh, the architect of the 49ers dynasty, as we know. Jimmy Johnson, 2-time Super Bowl champ, the architect of those Cowboys of the 90s, didn't get in. Joe Gibbs, 3-time Super Bowl winner with Washington in the 80s. He didn't get in at first ballot. So maybe they're saying that's just what we do. Plus, you cheated. So we think maybe 2 to 3, half of your Super Bowl wins may have been tainted. And we didn't like you as well. So you're not getting in. When it comes to Tom Brady, couple things, Rob. Number one, can't believe you just compared him to Lance Armstrong.
Hit without the bicycle.
Right. A little bit of the deflated balls is nothing like taking steroids for year after year after year after year after year, lying to the camera, swearing on the camera you didn't do it, and you did. Don't even compare them.
I'm going to say this.
What? All right, it is Fox Sports Radio. We are the Odd Couple on a funky flashback Friday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington with you. Inching closer to Super Bowl week. Going to be a good time. We'll be out there in San Francisco next week, catching up with some players and celebs and whatever the headlines are heading into the big game. And it'll be a good time.
I got my first restaurant as soon as I get off the plane.
Okay, where is that? What's the cuisine?
It's soul food.
Ooh.
Brenda's French.
Got a baby?
Soul food. Brenda's got a baby. Was that a movie?
I thought, that's a big Tupac. It's one of Tupac's first songs.
Brenda's got a baby.
Yeah, I thought you were going, Brenda.
Okay. Brenda's French soul food is a popular San Francisco restaurant known for its fusion of Southern, Creole, and French cuisine. Famous for its stuffed beignets, shrimp and grits, and fried chicken. There it is.
So you're going Sunday.
Sunday, as soon as I get off the plane. If it's good, I'll tell you guys.
I was about to say, because that's up my alley. I will be there.
But you don't get there until Monday, right?
Monday. Yeah. So that might be my Monday night. We don't have anything planned. I know we got the Tuesday.
No, we go Monday night. Aren't we going to Rob G, we're not going to dinner Monday? Monday night, we're going to dinner.
Oh, it's Monday night.
Monday night is the Odd Couple dinner. Tuesday's Fox Sports
Tuesday's
Radio
the
dinner.
Fox one. Okay.
Right. Monday's Odd Couple dinner.
Monday's ours. Okay. Well, man, yeah, you might have to double back and go twice. All right, it is now time for your Tie Rack Play of the Day.
Here's Shepard, three-point line right. Gets by Alexander Walker. Alley-oop and a throwdown to Clint Capella. What a warm return for Double C. Rockets up by 22.
There you have it. Rockets Radio there, your Tie Rack Play of the Day, brought to you by Tie Rack. And for over 40 years, Tie Rack's been helping customers. It wasn't really exciting bucket, was it?
No.
He's like, hey, it wasn't the 4-0 in the game. It was must have been early. Tie Rack, of course, been helping you customers get to and fro and get them what they want, wear, and drive. Ship fast and free back for free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. They will come to you, TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. And now, Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
How'd you do?
All right, here we go.
Yeah, you was chewing. Listen, you was chewing yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. You thought you was slick going in the bathroom. All we hear is
no, it's all good. All right, here we go. 2-1 yesterday, 36-24. Rob G, am I making money in Vegas?
Okay.
That's 12 games over 500.
Yeah, that's money.
That's money. My best bet, I'm taking the Cavaliers -2.5. They're taking on the Suns in Phoenix. I got the Jazz -4.5. They're at home. They're hosting the Brooklyn Nets. And I got the Nuggets. The Joker's back tonight, Rob G, right? The Joker's back. They're underdogs. I'm going to take the Nuggets +2.5. They host the Clippers. So the Nuggets plus 2.5, the Jazz minus 4.5, and the Cavaliers minus 2.5. And remember, Kelvin.
What's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right, there you have it. You just make sure you tell me how that food is on Sunday.
No, I'll tell you. No, we're going to the other place.
On Monday.
Right, where you have to wear handcuffs to eat there.
When we get them from them, they just take them off the wrist and they hand it to us. Is that what you're saying?
No, they handcuff the waiters to you so that you don't have to worry about.
All right, so we can't run away together. They got to run away with all of us. Hey, real quick, man. I don't know if you saw this. This is an interesting one. Sean Payton and Bo Nix kind of going at it. This is kind of a strange one to me. Long story short, Bo Nix apparently, obviously we knew he broke his ankle, but apparently had some injuries in college and a couple earlier. And Sean Payton goes out of his way to say, man, had I known that history of his ankle injuries and that he's predisposed to these ankle injuries, I wouldn't have drafted. Maybe I wouldn't have drafted him. He's kind of tongue-in-cheek and laughing. But Bo Nix responded, and he was like, yo, I actually don't appreciate him talking about what he doesn't know. I wasn't predisposed to these ankles injuries. And to be honest, I don't like him talking about my health history.
Well, how about him calling a press conference to do it? That was the other thing. That was crazy.
Yeah. And this goes back to one of the things, we're the odd couple, but we're an even couple on this one. We kind of agree. Sean Payton loves some Sean Payton. He can be arrogant. He can be pompous. He can be just.
I don't know how you can like the guy. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm not always into. People can do whatever they want. I just don't like the guy. I really don't.
Yeah, I just don't. I told Rob G this. To kick your young quarterback in his first, time going through this in the NFL at this level, really a play away from having a chance to go play in the AFC Championship and potentially in the Super Bowl, and for you to kick him when he's down, to make fun, to joke, I wouldn't have drafted him had I known. Like, dude. I thought friendships, relationships, coaching, quarterback relationships are built oftentimes, when you're down, right? You were with me when my lowest. I was going through health issues, injuries. I'm down. My spirits are down. You supported me. You picked me up. Now I got to argue with you through the media. You talk about my health. And at least according to Bo Nix, you're saying it inaccurately. I just thought, what is Sean Payton doing here? What's the upside to this, Rob?
There is no upside. But to me, still, when you realize that he was the architect of, the scandal, Bountygate, and was suspended a year by the league because of his involvement, and the league told him time and time again to cut it out. You know what I mean? And it didn't happen. That bothers me more than anything. Seriously, to put money to have people hurt other players. I can't get over that. I can't. I can't.
Yeah,
it speaks of your character to me.
Yeah, and just kicking your own quarterback, when he's down, literally broken. I don't get it, man. Odd couple.
We are Fox Sports.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The odd couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth.
I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in, and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
The Lakers are destroying the Wizards in Washington so far. Still 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. LA is up 72-46 at Washington. Lakers shooting 67% from the floor, led by Luka Doncic, who has 23 points. 9 rebounds, 11 assists already. Coming up in an hour, Denver hosts the Clippers. Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets due to return tonight. He's missed a month with a knee injury. Saturday's Spurs at Hornets game was moved up to a noon Eastern time start due to bad weather. College hoops about to begin on Fox TV, and what a matchup. Number 3 Michigan at number 7 Michigan State. The Vikings fired general manager Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah after 4 years. The Packers gave multi-year extensions to their general manager and the director of football operations and to the head coach Matt LaFleur. The A's gave shortstop Jacob Wilson a 7-year contract extension. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, Live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 here on the Odd Couple. Have you ever wiped with a dry piece of toilet paper and wonder, is this as good as it gets? It's not. No, switch to the life-changing, wet, extra-large, flushable dude wipes. That's right, because wetter just cleans better. Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes, best clean, pants down. Also, don't forget YouTube. You're probably watching us now as we speak. Here on YouTube, just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, that's Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to subscribe. Hit that button. Also hit the icon button, the thumbs up button, and comment away. Just search Odd Couple FSR to subscribe. Don't forget, we'll be down with the King, Shaun King, in about 28 minutes. The King. This never gets old to me. I'm sorry.
Nope.
So we'll do that. And real quick, before we get into this topic, and I don't want to waste a lot of time, there's 2 things that are just bothering me. I don't think the Packers want to win. I just don't. After what happened to them, that everybody gets a contract extension and everything's good, dude, they've been disappointing in the postseason under Matt LaFleur. I'm just serious. Like really? Like, that's the year you get a contract extension to him and the general manager and whatnot? I'm sorry. It just doesn't feel good to me. And the other one is the Wizards are losing 77-48 in D.C. against the Lakers. Can you imagine spending $400 or $500 on an NBA ticket on a Friday night to watch this garbage? I just can't. I can't get over it. And you know, the people at the stands are there. People want to watch basketball. The Lakers are in town, right? They're one trip a year. And the score is 77-48.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It really is. And it's bad because you don't see it end in sight.
It's just
you know what I mean?
They've been bad for a long time.
That's what I
kidding?
mean. It's just like there's no like, oh, okay, we got this, we got, and you're excited about the young guys that are progressing, and you're like, ooh, we're on our way. Like Orlando a couple years ago, the Pistons a couple years ago, the Thunder a couple, like where you have, all right, I see it coming. Now it's just like, dude, they just are perpetually bad.
It's so bad. It really is. All right, here's something else that has been bad. Quarterback play from this team, the Cleveland Browns. But one of their former quarterbacks is finally going to the Pro Bowl, and then another one is going to the Pro Bowl as well, right, Rob G? We found out today.
Basically, what we found out is the Cleveland Browns have the most decorated quarterback room in the entire NFL.
They have 4 guys that couldn't start, but they're all Pro Bowlers.
They got all the Pro Bowlers. That's right. We found out today on Friday that Joe Flacco will be receiving the first Pro Bowl nod in his 18-year NFL career. He's very excited about it.
Who is he, Susan Lucci?
Now, even though Joe Flacco was
Kelvin, you're impressed by that Susan Lucci reference?
I was.
Okay.
Yeah, that was nice pull.
Was underwhelming at best in Cleveland. He did have a bit of a renaissance there in Cincinnati when Joe Burrow was hurt. Played very, very well. Completed 61% of his passes, 1,600 yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 picks. In fact, his QBR was not too far behind Burrow's when they both played in Cincinnati. So, guys, long story short, the Cleveland Browns, who had so many quarterbacks, they had no quarterbacks, will have one former quarterback in the Pro Bowl in Joe Flacco and one current quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, in the Pro Bowl.
And we should say this. It's a touch football game. It ain't a real football game, okay?
Well, that you ain't lying about that.
Which is embarrassing if I'm any of these guys. But I'm going to say this, especially if you're Shedeur Sanders. Kelvin, first of all, he should be embarrassed that he was picked for the Pro Bowl because, what was it, Rob G? 10 or 12 quarterbacks turned the league down not to be involved in the Pro Bowl, okay? So that's number one. Anybody, I think even the biggest Shedeur Sanders fan would admit he didn't have a Pro Bowl season, okay?
Can we? Not even. He'd admit that.
Everybody would say that. But here's what I'm saying. Shedeur Sanders should not NOT participate in this fraudulent Pro Bowl. He should boycott it, not be involved, and Kelvin, for one simple reason.
What's that?
Not because it's a fraudulent event anyway, but because they're just using Shedeur Sanders. That's why he got the nod. They're hoping against hope that his involvement might get some eyeballs to it because he has a following and people are so tied into Shedeur. He's being used as a trained SEAL. It's a dog and pony show. I wouldn't want to be involved in that. I'm dead serious. And look at all the other quarterbacks who refuse to be involved. But I'm saying from Shedeur's standpoint, I would have said thank you. I didn't play well enough to be on the Pro Bowl. I'm going to make the Pro Bowl one day, and I'm going to earn it because I played well, but you're not going to use my name, image, and likeness to try to sell this to fans and my fans to come watch this. He's just being used, and I would not want to be used in this vein. I would turn it down. I would boycott it. I would not participate in this Pro Bowl.
I hear what you're saying. I think the only example or why I would say there's precedent for this is Tyler Huntley. We know he got in there 658 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
But why did he get in there, though? Nobody wanted to go.
Right. So what I'm saying is this has already happened. It's not as if he's the first one. This has happened before. Derek Carr has got like 3 or 4 Pro Bowls, and he was eyed at best a couple of times. And so I get what you're saying. I just think if I'm Shedeur, where this gets murky, couple of reasons. One, to answer your do it, I think you go, and I think you be the star of it. I think you have fun in the whatever passing tournament games they have, and I think he's young as heck. He's 22, 23 maybe years old. Go have fun and go light it up. Go smile.
How about if he's bad in it? How about if he's bad in it?
I mean, I don't even know.
What if he throws 3 picks in it? I'm just saying.
They do. I don't even know if they actually throw passes. Like, I'm dead serious. I don't know what they do. I think it's like ping pong now and stuff, and like weird.
No, they play
courses.
What is it? Flag football game. It's a flag football game.
Yeah, go throw some flag football. To me, I'm going and I'm owning it. Kind of like how Shaq or Dwight Howard or guys used to own the All-Star Weekend, not just a game. They would be funny. Shaq's dancing with the Jabberwockies. He'd have a great game. He'd be talking to, on the microphone. Like, I would go and just own the weekend or the day. I'd go, have fun, got my whole team recording it, and I would go and soak up the sun and just make a big thing of it. Because it is bogus. And the challenge with this, Rob, moving forward is, this is partly how we identify guys' greatness, right? Me and you can argue about Eli Manning, but one of the things we'll bring up, he either had or didn't have X amount of Pro Bowls. Matthew Stafford had or didn't have enough Pro Bowls. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer because he has 13 Pro Bowls and whatever it is. And now it's going to get weird.
But he has 4 MVPs. It ain't. The Pro Bowl's not even the same. They used to play a game.
But I'm saying we used to say that. We would say he's an 11-time Pro Bowler, 1-time MVP.
Not when they're playing flag football. I just don't think it has the same energy.
I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying so now, 10 years from now, it's going to be weird when 15, like you're describing someone. We're sitting down at a Hall of Fame vote, and you're going over the accolades. You're going to be like, all right, this guy's a 5-time, 6-time Pro Bowler, when half of them might be BS ones. So I think they've made it really weird now with how far they'll go with just getting anybody there. You get what I mean? They've lowered it now where if Shedeur, let's say he gets 2 on his own, right? Plays 12 years, gets 2, and then now he gets 2 or 3 random bad ones like this. Now somebody's a 5, 6-time Pro Bowler, and they've taken that away when that used to be one of the accolades you would go down when you're describing someone's career.
I get that, but I'm just saying the only reason that they reach for him, though, is they hope to get some eyeballs. I believe that. I really do.
And
the difference is with Rob G, when he gave you Joe Flacco's numbers, actually were pretty good. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Joe Flacco played well.
Joe Flacco were pretty good. Shedeur Sanders had a 18 quarterback rating. What was it, Rob G? One of the lowest for any starting quarterback in the history of the league. I mean, I'm not being mean. This is what it is. Do you see what I'm saying?
I don't disagree. There's nobody on earth who can disagree. Those are facts. You just literally gave the numbers. But again, I look at Tyler Huntley again. In 6 games, Shedeur did 8. At least Shedeur had 1,400 yards. He had 658. Like, I don't know what they've done this before with a couple other players.
But the difference is who has the better profile. If you're Shedeur, I'm saying I'm being used for my stature and my clout or whatever more so than in the other situation. It was just we need a body, and that's how he got on. Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, he might serve both. He might be a body, and to your point, he might draw some eyes. And if I'm him, it's a mutual use. It is a low. You know what? It's one of those services rendered. You're using me, and I'm using you for just.
I think he makes a bigger statement to say that I'm not. No, this is fraudulent. I'm not going to be a part of this. You're not going to utilize me. I'm not a dog and pony show. I didn't earn a spot, and I don't want to participate in a flag football game. I'm a football player. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I just think you go, you take the honor. You're a rookie. I'm honored. I appreciate it. You go, you show out, you have fun, you smile, you chop it up with everybody. And to me, I just view it as an opportunity. And like his father, some great time marketing. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Great. I'm a market. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna do. As he with Nike, I don't know if he signed with anybody. Let's go do some dope commercials, some dope, great stuff, and have fun with it. But I totally get your point because this isn't this isn't Dan Marino in the Pro Bowl, and the Pro Bowl has just become just so weak now, and now it's almost a dag-near disrespect to be a Pro Bowler.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just
be a Pro Bowler.
But I get it. I just don't feel good about it. I just wouldn't want to be used in that way, and that's what they're hoping. That's where that came from. It didn't feel like Joe Flacco first time. Look like he played 18 years. He couldn't be a Pro Bowler, right? Because it used to be. Think about that. He won a Super Bowl.
Real deal hard.
Yeah. Like think about that.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling.
And now they're just like anybody. It's like they're paying you to go. Now it used to be a privilege. Now please, we'll pay you to go. Just come to this Pro Bowl so we can technically have a quarterback there who can start for one of the teams.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. We want to hear from you in this. We really do. Should Shedeur Sanders boycott the Pro Bowl? I'm all for it. Kelvin says, no, go, have a good time, throw 3 picks. Enjoy yourself.
That's not what 3 picks is that is your go-to. 3 picks. Sam Darnold, 3 picks. Matt Stafford, 3 picks. Shedeur, 3 picks.
I was right only one time, wasn't I?
Jared Goff, 3 picks.
I was right on that one, though, wasn't I? I was right. Can you give me that? I did say 3 picks.
No, he made me mad. I'm like, how he couldn't throw 2? He had to throw 3?
He had to throw 3.
I was wrong.
I was right on that one. All right, remember, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, it's the Odd Couple where we deliver insight, not noise. Right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you're Kelvin and scared of a little germs in the US of A.
Chuck appeared on Sirius XM NBA radio, and they asked him about the Michael Jordan situation with NBC. Now, recall during the offseason when it was first announced that MJ would be joining the Peacock, we didn't know what he was going to be doing. They said it was going to be a special contributor to their NBA coverage. We didn't know if he was going to be in studio. We didn't know if he was doing interviews. We didn't know what exactly he was going to be doing.
We didn't think he'd be involved in NBA debate talk.
But everybody was excited because he's such a recluse historically, and they wanted to hear what he had to say about the NBA. Well, now, flash forward about a year, and we know exactly what his role is. His role was to record one sit-down interview with Mike Tirico. No plans for a second one. And they were going to release clips of it throughout the season. So Chuck went on Sirius XM today and said that he was excited to get Michael because Michael's the reason we all make money from the NBA, of course. But then he says, quote, you see this thing coming out with NBC, you're like, wait, y'all did one interview 5 months ago and you're going to sprinkle it in throughout the season? Come on, man. That's disingenuous by NBC. It's crazy. I'm disappointed the way it worked out. It's just a bad look, plain and simple.
This is one of the times you hope what you thought would be true would not be the case, and it was. Michael Jordan is not the most entertaining. Michael Jordan is not the most thought-provoking, and is a complete contrast of his former best friend, Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley's honest. Charles Barkley's funny. Charles Barkley's thoughtful. You might not agree with him, but he's going to speak his mind, and he plays the game. You know, he'll play along and do stuff, and that's why he's been one of the best sports media personalities for the last 30 years. Michael Jordan hasn't. Michael Jordan wanted to get away from the fame, and so the idea of him coming back, you thought, maybe, just maybe. This was very lazy. They oversold it, and it was boring, and it was a waste of time of the greatest basketball player of all time. And it was also, again, the lack of creativity. You talked about this, Rob G, so I don't want to take you, but you and I were on the phone, and you're a producer extraordinaire. We know this. You're the GOAT. And one of the things you do, I had to host.
I think Rob G cheated before, but go ahead.
I hosted a show where we had to do. It was a show that aired for the whole summer. It was a national show. It was like a reality sports kind of competition show. And you brought the idea. I had to wear certain outfits and then switch and then wear this one because this is going to be the finale. But technically, we're shooting it today, and you made it work so that it could work throughout an 8-week run throughout the summer. And the idea that you just sat Michael Jordan down, same old outfit, probably did a 45-minute interview, and that was it. You didn't mix it up. You didn't switch his outfit, switch it to at least lie to us, mix it up, and make us think you're postponing these conversations. Hey, Mike, the All-Star Weekend's coming up. It meant a lot to you. What was it like playing All-Star? Hey, Mike, what made you get in the dunk contest? You already had a name. You already were this guy in the league. You still did the dunk contest. Don't you think guys should do it now? That would have been something you could have had. Hey, Mike, competition and rivalries. Let's talk about that. Were the Pistons your big rivalry? Like interesting conversations that you could have had throughout the year. Switch up the outfits. There's no creativity. They oversold it. And then to me, you lose the credibility now if you try to bounce back with anything. And Mike Tirico talked about he hopes that they do it again. He'd love to do it again. I don't want to see this again, do you? I don't think anybody wants to see it. And the little bit of hope that we had, because Mike doesn't say anything really that interesting, he doesn't really do that much, the little hope you might have had is now gone.
Charles Barkley is spot on. It was what I was concerned about after seeing the first one, and the idea that he would not be talking about the current players and dissecting or just
whatever the big
it.
News is.
Right, the news of what's going on with the league. So I'm not overly surprised, because I just thought that this is what it was going to be, and it wasn't going to be something that we thought would be great. And I think that that's disappointing, because I want to hear from Michael Jordan. I really do. I want to hear from him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has insight. I think he has, a know-how. He can speak to these things. And the first thing they gave us was load management. Rob G, what was that, week two
or two into the league
and like
season.
Nobody was load managing at that time. So why was that such a big deal? It didn't even make sense. Like it the whole thing was misguided. It's a waste of God. And you're right. I do it all the time. We do a segment called A Bro You Need to Know.
Mm-hmm.
And it runs for every other week all baseball season. So I do like 13 of them.
Yep.
I change.
Yeah.
Even in 13 weeks, you know what I mean? Like, I'll start out with a jacket on, and then I know that these are going to air in July. I have a short sleeve shirt on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that it looks like, okay.
Play the TV Magic game.
Right. And it's so easy to do. They could have easily had them bring 4 outfits or jackets in a different color shirt. You could even just change the shirt.
That's all you need to do.
You could wear the same
He could have had a jacket on next time, just a polo underneath it. Just mix it up. It's the same. That's disrespectful to us in 2026 when there's so many different ways you can do things.
It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Funky Flashback Friday. With the iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us in all of your Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app so it'll always pop up right at the top of your screen. So then you'll have access to us that simple. So go ahead and do that. On the way in about 7-8 minutes, we'll have Shaun King. Talk to him about the NFL headlines, what's been going on around the league. Looking forward to that. We'll be down with the King. And right now, 877-99 on Fox.
Real quick, you got to answer a question.
Sir.
Give me the Butt sisters' names, all three of them.
Big, medium, and little?
No.
Bertha
Butt. From that song, Jungle Boogie, right?
What? I don't.
Oh, no. When Bertha Butt did her boogie. Bertha Butt.
Okay. Who else was there? Who was
Betty Butt.
Okay.
And Bathsheba Butt. Okay,
I was about to say another
Butt
alliteration,
sisters,
another
yes.
B. The Butt
sisters. All right.
I knew them. They used to be over there on
Betty Butt,
on
Bertha
Finkel
Butt.
back in Detroit.
There you go. And Bathsheba Butt. Okay. 877-99 on Fox. Shedeur. Go to the Pro Bowl. I say no way, no how. Kelvin says go on, have fun, be used like a show pony, do all
Stop
that.
adding extra lines to what I don't be saying.
I always got extra sauce. You know that.
You always got extra sauce. Didn't nobody say all that.
Aaron in Alaska. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Aaron?
Hey, I was just wondering when they're going to announce Phillip Rivers made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, there you go. Very nice. That makes sense. Appreciate it. Right?
Yeah, he said Phillip Rivers made the Pro Bowl?
Yeah. He said when are they going to announce that Phillip made it?
Hey, Shedeur was the last one. If he would have said no, they'd have been like, yo, Phillip.
Randy in New Orleans. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Randy?
What's going on, Uncle Rob and Kelvin? What's happening?
How you?
Did you say the Butt Sisters? Is that the name of that group?
Yeah, no, the Butt Sisters. Yeah. When
Kelvin said,
when it was.
Kelvin said,
go ahead.
I was saying Kelvin said small, medium, and large. I said yeah.
Yes.
I said get it. You'll get it later.
Yeah.
All right,
When Bertha Butt did her boogie. She started the Bertha Butt boogie, and she had two other sisters. Okay, go ahead.
That was before my time.
Yes.
But let me just say this. It's just right on par for what Shedeur is. Right, I don't want to say he's a dog and pony show. That's a bit disrespectful. But what I will say is he is a reality show, and everything has been a reality TV since the Facebook shows and all that good stuff that they used to do. But playing quarterback for your dad since you were a kid all the way up until college, and then I'm not saying his dad gave him the starting job, but he gave him the starting job. He packed his luggage with him. So now when you get to the NFL, this is on par for them to give you a Pro Bowl spot. You only had 7 touchdowns. You only played a couple of games. Go get some ratings up. This is right on point for what Shedeur does for that whole brand. So I see nothing wrong with it.
All right. I hear you.
It fits. It's par for course. You know what I mean? And I think
I think so.
Thanks,
to your
Ray.
point, Rob, if they're using them, hey, I'm using y'all. Big platform. We'll go there and shine and make, why not? Rookie year, I got to experience the Pro Bowl. Why not? I ain't doing nothing else for the next 2 days. That's how I would view it.
Hey, Scott from Pennsylvania, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Scott?
All right. How are you gentlemen doing tonight?
We're doing great.
Scott, thank you.
Not only should Shedeur boycott it, we should all boycott these All-Star games. They're all becoming a joke.
Yeah.
Well, I give the NFL credit because they stopped the game. You know what I mean? They even realized they can't even go on with it. The NBA should stop it. Basketball baseball still has a game that's worth watching. Like, guys are trying and guys don't throw slow, or go half speed at it. Yeah, you know what I mean? They're still.
I'll give you that. But the baseball one shouldn't have every team represented. I don't want to see any bum from Kansas City or Tampa Bay playing.
All right, I hear you.
Come on.
Hey, you know what? Hey, growing up as a Mets fan back in the 70s when they were bad, guess what? No Mets were on the All-Star team. You're right. That's how it used to be. That's how it used to be.
Represent
if you don't deserve it, you don't deserve it.
Yep.
I don't want to see every team.
No, I get it. Hey, Scott, appreciate you.
All right,
Thank you.
have a great show, gentlemen. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate you. Have a great weekend.
How
Buddy.
about Andre from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts? I love when he says the Commonwealth. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Happy Friday. I'm on the road right now, as you say, Rob, in the Commonwealth.
There
So
you
it's a
go.
Friday night
Always, hey, Dre, always say the Commonwealth. Do not ever deviate from that, okay?
No, we appreciate that, you know, and we lead the nation in public education. There's certain things that are intrinsic to Massachusetts, research, you know, so on and forth. So I'm proud of that. But look, in terms of Shedeur, this is right down his alley, as the other callers have said. He's about the show. He's about the circus. He understands that it is a television show. Rob, you're 1,000% right. It is underhanded and frankly disrespectful because he didn't have the year to be there. But I feel use this for your brand. Okay, build yourself up. You have the spotlight. You have the stage. Make use of that to build momentum for his second season when we can start seeing him in some meaningful games to prove that he can be a starting NFL quarterback. So that's how I think you should look at it. It is, it's a red herring, you know, it's not authentic. It's almost like, I remember when they gave the Oscar to Denzel Washington and Halle Berry in 1 year, 2002, right? You know what I mean? Kind of curious. Denzel never wins, and now you just put him with, you know what I mean? It doesn't look right. Whereas you should have given him the Oscar for the Hurricane or one of his better movies. But use it, you know, and build your brand and build for next year. Thanks for taking the call.
No doubt. Hey, appreciate you, Dre, out there in the Commonwealth, brher. All right.
Hey,
As
real
always,
quick, Rob G, look at your phone and Kelvin.
Yeah, I'm looking at
this
it
is
now.
the
Let's
You see the Vikings? This is the about the draft and whatnot. They lay out how bad the GM was with his draft picks and whatnot, and that's part of the story. Did you see this earlier?
I did.
And Booger McFarland.
I thought you never missed Booger McFarland. But then he says something you agree with, and then you got to share it with everybody.
No,
That's
but
okay.
but I'm just saying. But even he says,
no, yeah, he's missed a lot.
All GMs miss, but damn, you know, I'm just.
But I'll tell you what, if he would have got his quarterback right, nobody would care.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, that's
Are you
right.
sure?
Positive. Because look how
positive.
just recently, we don't have time to get into it. Look how many misses John Lynch has in San Francisco.
Yeah.
But he hit on Brock Purdy in the 6th round.
Yeah,
So-
but they still haven't gotten where they want.
I'm just saying, his reputation is sterling because of that.
But when you look at the John Lynch era, if they don't win a Super Bowl, it's going to be hella pay between him and the coach. They were supposed
You
to
don't
win
like
a Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowls, boy. Boy, people be getting to the Super Bowl. You
That's-
be like,
It's about
like,
winning.
dude,
It's about winning.
Yeah,
I don't
but
want
you
to.
know
I
how
don't want to
many
go
people-
and see the Playboy Mansion. I want to go
I
inside.
want to go inside. How many times do I say that? I don't want to be on the front
the
step.
only way to go inside is you got to go.
No,
Can I at least go and have a chance?
I want to be
My
inside.
goodness. Oh, you're the only person I know who be mad at Super Bowls.
No, do you want to be a really good radio show or the best radio show? I want to be the best.
I want to
radio
be
show.
the best, but in order to be the best, I got to be a really good one.
I want to be the best. That's
what I said. I want to be the best, but I got to start being a good one. All right, we'll argue with Shaun King in just a moment. Looking forward to being down with the King. Right now, it is Steve the Singer getting you set on what's trending.
Hello, the Lakers now lead at Washington 92-59, not yet mid-third quarter in D.C. Lakers shooting 67% from the floor. Luka Doncic had a triple-double in the first half. In 23 minutes on the court, Luka now has 32 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. Sacramento has lost 7 games in a row. The Kings are losing again. Second quarter at Boston. Celtics 54-41. In a half an hour, Denver hosts the Clippers. Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets is available to return tonight after missing a month with a knee injury. Detroit at Golden State is the late game, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Michigan at Michigan State in college hoops right now on Fox TV. Third-ranked Michigan out to a lead of 18-7 at seventh-ranked Michigan State. One NHL game, and it's just starting. It's Columbus at Chicago. The Vikings fired general manager Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah after 4 years. The Packers gave multi-year extensions not only to their head coach, but to their GM and to their director of football operations. The Steelers' new defensive coordinator is Patrick Graham from the Raiders. The Ravens hired Declan Doyle as offensive coordinator. He was with the Bears this past season. Buffalo's new offensive coordinator is Pete Carmichael. The Seahawks are not for sale right now, according to the estate of Paul Allen, disputing an ESPN report. Currently, the estate is finalizing the sale of the NBA Blazers. The A's gave shortstop Jacob Wilson a 7-year extension worth $70 million. He finished second for AL Rookie of the Year last season. The Royals gave first baseman Vinny Pasquantino a 2-year contract, reportedly worth $11 million plus incentives, avoiding arbitration. The Braves invited lefty pitcher Martin Perez to spring training. Reliever David Robertson retired at the age of 40. The Twins parted ways with team president Derek Falvey. Justin Rose leads by 4 strokes in San Diego, and Lindsey Vonn injured her knee in a crash in her final downhill race before the Olympics. After the crash, this race was canceled today. She says her Olympic dream is not yet over. Back to you.
Oh, man, she's been going through it. Wishing her the best. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and
But you
Kelvin
know what
on
I
a
love?
Funky Flashback Friday. What's that?
Steve said that the Seahawks said they aren't for sale right now. Disputing the claim that they're for sale. Did you get that? Not, he's saying right now.
That wasn't definitive.
You know what I mean? But they could have said
Call me tomorrow.
They could have said the team's not for sale. We're not selling the Seahawks. I guarantee you they're for sale.
Yeah, we not for sale. Just who has the best offer? Call me later.
Not right now.
All right. Let's get to it. Our man, Shaun King, always down with the King on a Funky Flashback Friday. Former NFL quarterback, Fox Sports Radio NFL analyst, real Shaun King on X. What up, Shaun?
What's up? What's up, man? Hey, why can't secrets be kept in sports? Like the secret that was kept regarding Bill Belichick not getting inducted into the Hall of Fame on the first ballot.
Because people break news. That's what happens, Shaun. I just don't understand when people go, oh, how'd they get that story? People have relationships. People are reporters. Most people gossip and talk, and they let people know stuff. It happens all the time. It's not new.
I know it does, but to what I said, because I know you don't listen to me half the time.
I heard what you said.
How were there no leaks regarding Belichick, even potentially not being first ballot Hall of Famer?
You mean leaks before
You're saying how were there no leaks?
Yeah.
There were leaks.
Well, because nobody knows the way that they do their votes. They don't know. So even after that conversation, nobody knows. Somebody who had the vote total after it was done, they had to be the ones to leak it. Because when you place your votes, when I vote for the Baseball Hall of Fame, I have no idea what other people have done. You don't vote in the room like that. You mark your selections so other people don't know who voted for who. You have no idea of knowing. That's why.
But based on what I know, the NFL process is a little different, right? There is a media member from that market that gets in front of everybody and presents the case for said potential inductee.
Yeah, we had that guy on yesterday who presented Bill Belichick's case.
Armando, yes.
Yes. But he didn't know. He said when he was done, didn't he say he thought that he got in? He thought that there was.
Yep. He was blown away. He was shocked.
This is deeper than Spygate. This is deeper than Deflategate. This was spearheaded by someone that we've got to pinpoint, Rob. I'm surprised you're not on this. There was a conspiracy behind the scenes to garner enough doubt within enough voters to where Belichick didn't get in. We got to figure out who that was.
But why can't he not get in? Because he was a cheater. He was a serial cheater, Shaun. And some people have integrity. Some people believe in fairness. Some people don't believe it. I don't know why we're comfortable. And Kurt Warner said it. He says he's stunned by how many supposed competitive athletes and coaches have just poo-pooed the idea of cheating, that it doesn't matter. Shaun, like if you're Kurt Warner and you're Marshall Faulk and some of those guys who felt like they got jobbed, or the Eagles who felt like the Patriots, got their signals, and some of the other teams that lost to them, why shouldn't they be salty? Why should they be okay with that?
Because we watched the games. This wasn't like a one-off. This wasn't like a 100-1 shot winning the Kentucky Derby. We watched all of this success. And maybe that gave them an edge, but it looked like in those contests they still were the better
If
team.
they didn't, Sean, if they didn't need to do it, why'd they do it? Come on, man.
Because
you're better
everybody's
than that.
looking for
You're
an
better than
edge.
So when you were in
Everybody's
Tampa Bay,
looking
so
for
tell
an
me,
edge.
when you were in Tampa Bay, they told you, Tony Dungy told you that we got the signals from the team we're playing, and you guys still couldn't score in the NFC Championship game. Y'all still couldn't score.
See, why you gotta go low?
Cause
You
I'm
never-
gonna go low because it didn't happen. It didn't
you never
happen.
heard Drake's mom gave you life advice. We go high when they go low.
No,
So you went
I'm-
low there.
I went low
That's not
because
right.
I went low because I'm trying to say if everybody does it, how come you guys didn't know what you got? How come you guys didn't win? Is what I'm asking you. How come Tony Dungy got fired? That's what I'm asking.
You know why we didn't beat the Rams my rookie year?
Tell
because
me.
the NFL was still stubborn, and it had not gotten to the point in college where the NFL had no choice but to adapt. College was already turning into a spread offense kind of league of football. Yet the NFL was still under center, tight end, fullback, run the ball first and second down, only going shotgun in 2-minute offense, whether it be before the half or at the end of the game. That's why we were incapable of scoring, because the NFL hadn't evolved. If the NFL had evolved and let myself and Riddell Anthony and Zach Green and Bert Emanuel do what we did in college, which is play in a wide-open system, we would have beat the Rams.
Okay. All right. So you obviously think that Bill Belichick should be in the Hall of Fame and he should have got a first ballot. You believe Tom Brady, the same situation?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
And listen, I don't agree with anything Bill has done post Brady for the most part, but I mean, that run was that run. Like, let's not have revisionist history. Like, come on. If Bill doesn't get in first ballot, then what coach executive should ever?
I don't know, because a lot of coaches didn't. Bill Walsh didn't get in. You got the list, Kelvin. A lot of great coaches.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson didn't get in.
Don Shula, Vince Lombardi.
What are you saying? All those guys didn't.
So who got elected into the Hall this time? Who made it?
We don't know yet. The list isn't out yet.
We know who did. Right, Bill, Eli.
Eli and Bill we know, and we're waiting to hear about Robert Kraft, but we have to see the videotape to see if he's getting in or not.
You can make a real case that Belichick is more deserving than Eli.
Listen, 8 titles is crazy. And
I'm
I
just
made
saying,
my
guys.
point was, I would have voted him in. I get Rob's point.
And here's why I feel like there needs to be, and I don't mind the reporters voting, but I think there needs to be a piece of the pie that includes either already elected Hall of Fame votes or former player or former executive.
There are people. They're on that committee. There are. It's not all writers.
But the majority of it is media.
But
and Bill was a guy that people did not like.
Okay.
And you can't act like likability doesn't play a role in that.
All right, but here's the issue. It happened with Barry Bonds. He didn't get in with the writers. Twice they went to the Veterans Committee, which is made up of former players who are in the Hall of Fame, of executives in baseball, and only 2 writers. And he still couldn't get elected by those people. So then what would be the answer? So if they do that with Bill Belichick, and then he doesn't
That's
get
outright hate.
No, but I'm just telling you that the players didn't vote.
I know, but that's pure hate. You know who I do respect? I respect the guy in Minnesota that came out and said why he didn't vote for Belichick.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Like the whole idea. It's his vote, whether you agree with it or not. I don't understand why he has to explain his vote to you. Why?
Well, because here's the macro problem. When you look at all of these awards that are voted on, whether it be NFL MVP or the Heisman Trophy or All-Pro, which is now more important than Pro Bowl, who are the people voting? A lot of the public doesn't know. Like, there are people that vote for the Heisman that I guarantee you have not seen all of the finalists actually play a game. Like, that has to be fixed.
Let me tell you, Sean, I totally disagree. You didn't have a problem when T.O. it took 4 years. You didn't want to know who the voters were and all that other stuff.
I did have a problem with that.
Okay.
100% I did.
A lot of people, it's only because when they want to be involved or they want to find out or they feel like it's not the verdict that they wanted, so all of a sudden something's wrong with the system. I remember when the O.J. Simpson trial went on, right? And Kelvin, you remember this, right? When O.J. got off, all I heard was the court system is corrupt, it's no good, it's not unfair, whatever. Black people have been saying that for a million years.
Decades,
for a million
centuries.
years. And when the verdict came down that people didn't like, all of a sudden they want to change the system. I just don't get with that.
Yeah. Kevin, nobody wants to be audited by the IRS, but you're not uncomfortable if you do get audited unless you're hiding something or you're doing something that they could potentially find. All I'm saying is when we look at these awards, everything else has pivoted, everything has advanced, everything is now a lot different than it used to be. Why don't we get more transparency now on all of these awards, whether it be NFL Hall of Fame or
but it's still all right. So if you know who voted, how does that change anything? I'm not. My votes are always public. My point to you is, how does that change? But how does that change anything if you knew all the voters and they still didn't vote for him? Now what?
But accountability comes with access. The more people
you
that
want
know
people to explain
you have a Hall of
themselves.
Fame vote, now you got to be more accountable to how you vote and why you voted the way you voted.
Shaun, we got a break now, man. We appreciate you as always, brother. We'll do it again next week.
Man, I need an hour with you because I ain't even.
Yeah, I cooked Rob today,
No, you
by
didn't
the way.
cook
You
me.
got cooked.
You know
like
what?
some scrambled eggs.
No, you got cooked like Uncle Ben's rice that just went over the top.
Come on. I don't think
Love
they
y'all.
call
Have
it
a good
Uncle Ben no
weekend.
more.
All
I think
right.
they done changed it up. Appreciate you, Shaun. Yeah, I think they switched it up on us, Rob.
Uncle
I don't
Ben?
think they
What?
call it- Yeah, they stopped. Ain't Your Mama's gone. Uncle
No,
Ben's
they just
gone.
took their pictures off. They still called it that, right?
They didn't change all those joints.
They didn't change
All
the
right, no,
names.
they called. No, they did. They called it like Olin Mill Company now. Ain't Your Mama.
What? Uncle Ben? There's no
Seriously.
Uncle Ben rice? Yes,
Look
there
it up.
is.
We'll look it up when we come back. All right, quick question too. What happens if the NCAA allows somebody to go back to college? We'll tell you what we're talking about. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Get back to it. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. 3, 2.
The biggest name that we talked about last year, snubbed again this year. Eli Manning, for the second consecutive year, was a finalist, did not NOT get the votes required to actually get into Canton. And we've talked about this ad nauseum. Eli Manning, whether he's in or he's not, is going to be a Hall of Fame outlier. Because if he gets in, eventually, he'll join Joe Namath and Sonny Jurgensen as the only modern quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame without a winning record at starter. But since he's not in, he currently joins Jim Plunkett as the only quarterbacks not in who have multiple Super Bowl wins. Kelvin Washington, did the voters get it right?
They got it right. They got it right. And again, it's not this is what we talk about. When you're supposed to name people, it's supposed to be, Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders, Joe Montana, guys that you're like, yes.
Not the Pro
Hall
Football
Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer, absolutely. And so when you think of Eli, you think of he was good. He had a couple, few years. He was really good. And, yeah, that's it. There's nothing spectacular. He absolutely got in the Super Bowl and had a few good throws, for sure. Absolutely. That's it. And it's really that simple to me. He's not a Hall of Famer, and that's okay. It's not an indictment. Doesn't mean he wasn't a good player. Doesn't mean he didn't have a nice career. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings. Life is good. He's got the show with his brother. He's got a bunch of money. Toast of the town in New York. Like, why does he have to be in the Super Bowl? Just because 2 reasons. His last name is Manning, and he beat Brady. So that has to be the reason why you get in the Hall of Fame. I don't see it. I don't agree, and that's one of the
I want to make a bet
things
with you
that
on
we
this.
get in. Yes.
Let's make a bet.
On what?
On him getting in the Hall of Fame or not. You say he's not? You say
No,
he could be?
I would never bet
Why not?
that because I just told you there's two reasons. It won't be out of merit of him.
It
will
is
be
going to be out of merit.
It will be because
he beat
well,
the
he
18-0
Tom Brady.
Patriots. No, he beat the 18-0
Patriots, I mean.
Patriots. Are
So
you kidding me?
in one game.
It ain't no one game.
It is literally one game.
If he had a one-off and won one Super Bowl like Matthew Stafford, then maybe I would be on your side. He won 2 Super Bowls and has 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Rob G, look up how many guys who have won 2 Super Bowl MVPs who are not in the Hall of Fame, and there's only one guy, and he's going to get in. So you making this case that they got it right? No, this is no. This is what this committee does and why it's flaky anyway. I just told you, Chris Carter took 6 years. You could go on and on and on. T.O.'s one of the best receivers. It
No
took
doubt about that.
4 years for him to get in, and we know the whole time it was ridiculous. And if you honestly don't believe Eli's going to get in, then you haven't watched football.
What? Are you kidding me?
No, you haven't watched football.
There's nothing at no point was he ever one of the best quarterbacks. Now, I didn't even say the.
It's funny
one
because he also, during the same time in career of Matthew Stafford, went to the Pro Bowl 3 times during the same time when Stafford was there, and Stafford didn't go. So he was at least better than Matthew Stafford during those 3 years, right?
Alleged. I'd have to look up the exact years.
How did he get in? He got the Pro Bowl.
Was that
over.
a year Matthew Stafford was injured?
No.
I'd have to look at that.
Look it up.
Yeah, I
3
will.
years.
Well, and also, that is a team thing. You know that.
No,
if your
ain't.
team
If you're
is
good, no,
8
it
and
ain't.
9, and your other team is 11
you said he
and
was
6,
bad, so the Giants were
there's
bad.
Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than Eli Manning. 90% of people would say
No,
that.
he's not.
Eli Manning had a good career.
No,
got
he's
a couple
not.
of rings, but at no point was people were going into it. We got to shut down
has some
Eli
of the
Manning.
Most signature throws in the
got 2.
history of the
He's got
NFL. 2?
He's got 2.
And we talk about it all the time.
He literally has 2 throws.
Somebody can get 1, but 2?
And that's it. You know the Hall of Fame is not Hall of 2 games. It's the Hall of your whole career. And there's been nothing about him that puts him on that level. That's my thing. There's nothing about him that puts him on a Hall of Fame level. Your favorite quarterback is who?
No,
who's the GOAT?
A guy, Joe Montana, who has
Eli would be near.
Who has 4 Super Bowl MVPs, who's 4-0 in the Super Bowl.
And I'm okay with him being your GOAT.
And Eli is 2-0.
And the idea that Eli
and beat Tom Brady, your alleged GOAT, 2 times.
And the
2
idea
times.
that Eli Manning
Not
is
a
anywhere
one-off.
near in the
Not a
same room
one-off.
as Joe Montana is crazy. That's crazy. Eli Manning has 2 throws. That's it.
He doesn't have 2 throws because, first of all, he didn't throw a game-winning touchdown on the throw, the helmet catch. He still needed to throw the
that was a touchdown. That wasn't an amazing throw.
To Plaxico Burress.
That wasn't an amazing throw.
But I'm just saying. But
guys
that
throw
was,
touchdowns in the Super Bowl every year.
But he had to throw. He didn't win it on a
every
lucky.
year. Someone throws
He
a touchdown.
didn't win it on no
interception.
lucky throw.
I didn't
He
say
still
it
had to
was
win
luck.
the game.
He literally
It's
is
so
the Hall.
ridiculous.
He's the
It's so
Hall of
ridiculous.
Mid. 117 in his record. Listen to his completion percentage. He barely got over. It's 60.3. Barely. And then you make fun of Sam Darnold, who had 20 total turnovers this year. Well, your boy Eli, 20 in one year, 25 in another year, 27 in another year. Those are just interceptions, not even to mention fumbles. Eli Manning had a fine career. That's to be the end of it. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, Funky Flashback Friday.
I need baby oil.
Appreciate Shaun King joining us. That'll be up on the
Shaun
podcast.
King just wasted 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just let y'all go. I just had some chips and guac, grabbed a soda.
Sorry about that.
I just let y'all go. It just said let them two go at it 2-0.
I just don't.
Y'all sound like 2-0 grumpy man at your barbershop in Detroit.
Sporty Cuts on West 7 Mile Road between
Shout out to
Outer
Sporty
Drive and
Cuts.
Myers.
Have you ever wiped a piece of dry toilet paper and
Oh,
wondered,
my.
is this as good as it gets? Well, it is not. Switch to life-changing, wet extra large flushable Dude wipes because wetter just cleans better. It's available at Amazon at a major retailer nationwide. Dude wipes, best clean, pants down. All right, Rob G, what's going on here with Bailey trying to go back to college here? Ace Bailey, tell us about this.
You mean Amari Bailey? Ace Bailey's already in the NBA.
I didn't mean Amari Bailey.
Amari Bailey played college ball at UCLA a few years back. Declared after his rookie.
Just ran into him out, by the way. Just ran into him.
Okay. Declared after his freshman season that he was going to go pro. All right.
Don't be dropping names on this show.
He's 21 years old. He hired an agent. He actually played 10 games in the NBA. However, he's trying to become the first player to go from the NBA and return to college. He's prepared to fight the NCAA for eligibility in hopes to join a college team and play one more season, improve his skills, and improve his standing in the association.
Rob, this is crazy. This is crazy. You are a pro. We already argued about the kid who played overseas, but technically didn't play the NBA, so came back to college and played.
That guy I have no problem with.
This is crazy. You've played 10 NBA games. You chose to leave UCLA early. I watched him play. He was solid, but there's no way. They even said he was projected late first round, like nothing. Nobody was like, oh, he's gonna be a top 5 player, and it didn't work out. And so you chose to leave early, and I just think there are other ways now to go and improve your game. You can go overseas. You can just choose to get the best trainers in the world. You can go start back in the G League and work your way up. I mean, there's other ways to get back in the league and to get better as a player.
Or LeBron could adopt you and get you on the Lakers.
Well, there is that option too. There is that option. But yeah, I just think this is crazy,
I'm just
Rob.
saying.
Like, where are we going with this? When you already had your cup of tea, and by the way, you know this. Everyone isn't promised an elongated career in any pro sport. No one is guaranteed a LeBron, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry career, or a Tom Brady, Joe Flacco, 18-year, like Eli Manning, long career. Like nobody, you're not guaranteed. You might get a 10-day contract. You might get a 2-year, 1 year. You know that. You might get released in OTAs. You thought you were going to make the squad.
All right, well, of course, Rob G is the eternal optimist, and he always thinks.
I'm a realist, Rob.
No, you're an optimist. I mean, the idea.
Rob G
thinks it's going to happen.
No, I'm not saying it should happen, but I think it's going to happen.
And I'm saying
because what's going to happen is very similar to what happened to the kid from Alabama. He is going to petition the NCAA or sue them in court, however you want to say it. They're going to say, no, you cannot play. But because of the way the court system works, there's going to be an injunction that's going to delay the ruling till a future date, which means temporarily he's going to be able to do what he's trying to do. The question becomes is which college basketball coach is going to have the stones to say, we'll take him. Technically, he's eligible. Let's do it.
Well, if they did do it, if say some school did it, I would not play them on the schedule. That's what I would do. All right. So if he did do that, they would have to play no games. If he's on your roster, right, Kelvin, I'd be like,
I
no,
get what you're saying.
we're not playing.
I do believe some teams.
We're not playing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
Some coach is gonna go, I don't want to do it, but it's just the rules. So it was sitting there, it was available to me, so I'm gonna do it. Guarantee you, a coach would do that. But Roger, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Playing college
going
basketball.
Too far. That's way too far now. It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate,
son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in, and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it. Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
The Lakers lead 119-91 at Washington with under 9 minutes to go. Luka Doncic of LA recorded a triple-double in the first half. He's up to 37 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists. It was a big halftime lead at Boston for the Celtics. He's up 77-50 over Sacramento early in the third right now. This would be loss number 8 in a row for the Kings. About to start, Denver hosting the Clippers, and superstar Nikola Jokic of the Nuggets returning tonight. He is available after missing a month with a knee injury. Saturday's Spurs at Hornets game was moved up to noon Eastern time due to bad weather. College hoops, what a matchup on Fox TV right now. Number 3 ranked Michigan is in action and leading at number 7 Michigan State, 37-22, under 2 minutes left in the first half. The Minnesota Vikings fired general manager Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah after 4 years. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 here on the Odd Couple, a funky Flashback Friday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, and if you missed any of today's show, you'll be able to catch the podcast. Just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcasts. My high school buddy, Ben Bon Jovi, he listens to the best of the podcast. He loves it. He always tells me, man, and I love the way they put together the best of version, so he listens, my man. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for your support. No doubt. You, Ben. Right after the show, today's podcast will be posted by Rob G. Be sure to follow the podcast, rate it at least 5 stars, and you can even provide a review. Again, just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and you'll find today's full show and a best of version posted right after you get off the show. Don't forget, we'll have last call as well. And the other thing is, next week, we will be in San Francisco all week long as we preview the Super Bowl. I'm all right.
Get it all out now.
I'm fine. I can't wait to go, but we'll be there. We'll talk to everybody. The Super Bowl is kind of downstated right now, ain't it? I mean, am I feeling? How do you feel about it?
No, you're right.
And then the Bill Belichick made it worse. You know what I mean? Because that was such a big story.
If you're the NFL, you're either saying, well, good, at least they're talking about us, or you're saying, oh, gosh, like, why did they have to, this was supposed to be Seahawk Patriot time, and now that's the biggest storyline. So I don't know how
this is bigger than the Patriots.
It's all publicity.
In it, right? No.
Is this all publicity? Is good publicity kind of a thing for the NFL, or is this we'd rather you've been talking about the Seahawks and Patriots?
I remember when it was a 2-week gap. Do you remember that, Rob G? Do you remember that or not? With the Super Bowl, Kelvin, no. There used to be a 2-week gap.
Oh yeah,
and it was too long. Like people, it was a 2-week gap between the conference championships and the Super Bowl. And they were like, "Oh, this is no good," because people really tuned out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it
can get
2 weeks
long.
is a long time.
It can get long, and it just they already stretched the season out. Now we're going to be February 8th. It's long. College football is long now. Yeah, it's a lot. So, and again, there's no real juice in this one right now. I mean, the Seahawks, the Sam Darnold story is going to get old. There's no other real juice in that, and then the Patriots, there's nothing there. I mean, there's no real love or hate with Drake May. You don't really know many of the other players, and Mike Vrabel, there's nothing really to. It's just they're gonna have to ham up the previous time they got together, and the interception by Russell Wilson and Malcolm Butler intercepting it. They're gonna ham that up a whole lot. You expect to get tired of seeing that play.
All right, Rob G and Kelvin, of course. The Chicago Bulls did something for Derrick Rose. That was pretty amazing to some people.
Yeah.
Some people it was questionable. But Rob G, fill us in on Derrick Rose's big night in Chicago.
Yeah, Derrick Rose had his jersey retired in Chicago the other night. A win by the Bulls, so that was good for them on 2 fronts. And obviously, when you get your jersey retired, you're immortalized alongside Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. The next logical question, of course, is, well, your jersey's up there. You getting a statue now? Here's Derrick Rose addressing that narrative on Thursday.
Well, you had the jersey, you had the book. A statue's next, right? Right outside of the United Center. Right outside, right where Jordan's is.
No knock D-Wade. I saw that statue. I'm good.
No, come on, man. You need a statue outside of Chicago, man. So if they say we want you to build your statue, you going to say no?
You could do the statue of a family crest, but I don't want no statue of myself. I feel like that's idolizing in a way, and I don't want nobody to idolize me.
I tell you what, man, I like his stance. I mean, obviously, if you're the Bulls and you want to make that statue, and so the fans can forever, memorialize him and love him and all that. But I like what he's saying. He's saying, man, that's a little weird for me, and idolizing and worshiping me. And we have statues in any sports and in different arenas and stadiums around the country. So that's just a part of sports. But I get what he's saying there. But on a larger conversation, Rob,
This reminds me of a few weeks ago, also in Chicago, when we had this conversation about Caleb, and you brought up, which I completely disagree with, but you say he's the most exciting guy in sports. This kind of led to a conversation Rob G and I were talking about. Man, I don't know if there's a Kobe Bryant, the late, great Kobe Bryant, rest in peace aside. I don't know if there's someone who meant more to a franchise in the last 15, 20 years, especially considering he didn't win a championship. He didn't have an NBA Finals run where he made it 2 or 3 times, even though they lost. And he only really had, 2 or 3 peak seasons. But, I mean, my gosh, the city of Chicago adores him. Obviously born and raised there, went to college to Memphis, got to the championship. They lost that, but, maybe that helped him as far as they, saw a local hero almost make it and win a championship in college. Then he gets to the pros, number 1 pick, lands back home in Chicago. And that's that gap. It's those years where MJ retired to versus getting back to finally having some relevancy, having a star you can latch onto. He happened to be from the city. He was just, he played hard. You never have to worry about that. He was committed. And I've just been blown away over the last 10 years how much the league, how much the city, Chicago, how much other players. I mean, Derrick Rose is so beloved. And again, it's just even more impressive from a guy who doesn't have 5 rings, 4 rings, 3 rings, a single ring. And it made me ask, maybe help me out here. Is there another? I mean, Tom Brady, obviously, in the New England area, maybe, but help me out. In the NBA, if you're specifically sticking with the NBA, is there anybody who is more beloved?
I don't know. How do you measure that? Because you I hear you say that. What's your measure on that? Because I don't know what your metrics are for you to say he's the most beloved guy in the NBA. And I'm dead serious. I don't understand at all, other than him being from Chicago. What is your metrics? What are you? What's your gauge? Do you spend time in Chicago? Anybody you meet from Chicago tell you, "I love Derrick Rose"? I don't know where you get that from.
Yes to those latter questions.
Okay,
that's the easy
I don't
answer.
get that. I got friends in Chicago. I don't know any. I've never heard anybody go, "Derrick Rose is my idol. My God, we got to have a statue. His number's got to be." I've never heard that from anybody.
I'm actually shocked you never heard it.
Never.
I've heard it from other players who weren't even.
Give me a name.
Teams.
Who?
Dwayne Wade talks about him. The way LeBron James.
Is there a quote about Derrick Rose should be have his number retired or something?
I'm not talking about a statue. I'm not saying they said make a statue. If that came up today, I'm talking about just how much he's beloved and because you could almost go to your conversation of guys who get their jersey retired, and I mean you just saw how his teammates come back for him. The way they talk about him, the way all the announcers in that area talk about him, the way the ownership talks about him. I mean, it's just remarkable. And pop culture wise, I'm just so impressed. Like, wow, this guy for a guy.
What's his pop culture? Tell me what's his pop. What is he famous for in pop culture?
He's mentioned in a gazillion.
I'm just asking you. I'm asking you.
So wait. So let me flip this. Are you telling me you've never, as much as I hope, you're assuming you've covered, read, seen all this NBA over the X 10, 15 years of him. You've never seen all the response that people have about Derrick Rose if he's ever mentioned?
Absolutely not.
Rob G, would you like to tell me I'm wrong here on this?
No, I'm just saying, for a guy who's covered the league since 1987, Derrick Rose is from Chicago. He won an MVP, and he looked like he was going to have this stellar career. And unfortunately, he was hurt. And he never really derailed his career, derailed everything. And that's not to say that people don't like him or they're fond of him. He's from Chicago. I get all that. I'm not disputing that. I just don't. I'm disputing where your meter is that you're telling me he's like the most beloved player other than Kobe. I'm saying Kobe won championships in Los Angeles,
right?
And I don't see how he could be on the same level as a Kobe Bryant. I'm dead serious. I don't see that. But
that's why I literally said aside from the late, great Kobe, because Kobe is a whole nother beast. That was a whole nother thing.
Kobe, because he won. It's like a big deal when you won. People do attach themselves to you because you bring them the greatest moments in their life as a sports fan, and that's what I think is missing today. What people don't understand, and the reason why you have Monument Park at Yankee Stadium, and why you have people got statues, Tom Seaver statues in front of Citi Field, right? Because those guys gave you memories and feelings that you had and help your team get to that situation or that promised land or whatever it may be. And I think that has been changed of late where what's his name? Tony Allen is getting his number retired and he never made an all-star team. And down in Charlotte, Dale Curry is, I get it, he's on the broadcast for 15 years and he was a sixth man of the year maybe 1 year, never an all-star. And it doesn't mean that you can't like these guys and you want to hold them close and be a part of your organization and stuff. I think it's supposed to be something very, very special for a few. And when I look at the Bulls going into that, I mean, Horace Grant and other people, their number's not retired. Why? Horace Grant was a big part of it. Was he Scottie?
Yeah, I think his.
Was he Scottie Pippen? No. Was he Michael Jordan? No. But his number's not retired there. I mean, Steve Kerr, his number shouldn't be retired, but he may hit more shots for the Bulls than Derrick Rose ever hit. I'm serious.
Well, yeah, I mean, Steve Kerr is not. I'll give you Horace Grant. Much
no,
more
but my point is,
Steve Kerr made some shots. I gave you that.
He made shots for the Bulls.
I'm not going to argue Horace Grant, because I don't think it has to be like, why isn't Horace Grant? Is there some beef? You know what I mean? I know he left there, went to Orlando. Maybe there's some feud within the organization. I don't know. But Derrick Rose, I was just simply saying that it's amazing how much love he has, because we know plenty of players who are really good in their injury. Brandon Roy being one. Grant Hill never got the full example, full breadth of his career. Obviously, it was a long career, but there's plenty of guys who've been nicked up, banged, that we didn't get the best of. And Derrick Rose, it's just been remarkable to see how that city has loved, embraced him through it all. And considering that's what makes it even more an exceptional story to me, considering he didn't win. He didn't have 2 rings, 3 rings. He just gave it as all his heart and just kept trying to fight through injury after injury and could not get past it. And they just love him, and they to the tune of rewarding. And you just saw the outpour. And I was just blown away by that. And I was just thinking, like, man, this guy is so beloved, even by his peers, not just even Chicago, his peers. Anytime I hear an NBA player talk about him, they just, oh, man, D. Rose, man, Derrick Rose. So it was awesome to see him get that love and how much he's revered despite and in spite of it all.
Yeah, I'm from the old school. I just think like it should be a handful of people, just like the Hall of Fame, all these things. I think we have there's no standard. There's just no standard anymore. And so when an organization or somebody sees Tony Allen get their jersey retired, that means there's a lot of players who are way better than Tony Allen. Do you know what I'm saying? Like for teams, that means it just opens it up.
Talk about that. The only difference you and I have with that, because I get sentiment, I get, but I don't look at the broad, like if this were the NBA, right? That's why you have the Hall of Fame or Basketball Hall of Fame, or if you have NBA's top 75 ever. Those are more these elite of the elite. When teams put people in the rafter, it's what you said. This person reminds us, that fan base, strictly that fan base, not me or you, because it's only for that fan base, of a run that we had or an era that we had or a time that we had. And Tony Allen was the face of that grit and grind defense. He was the one who started that. So I get what you're saying. Tony Allen was not an all-star, this amazing player. But for Memphis, for a handful of years when they were good, probably the best run they ever had, he was the face of the grit and grind. So I could see why for them, for the peak of our legacy thus far, he was one of the faces of that team. So I that's where we differ.
I don't see that at all. You can have him a part of your organization if you want him around or something else. But a number retired,
this isn't an NBA thing. This isn't an NBA league wide. This is just, hey, for our little corner of the world in Memphis, we haven't had much. We had a grit and grind. I
don't think that that's the way you should operate, because you never dummy down. And I'm not saying Tony Allen. I'm talking about the idea that the best of the best, and if our day hasn't come yet to where our guy's going to go and play and get us a championship or whatever it may be, That's the guy I want to celebrate and have fans remember. That's all. And it's no disrespect to what he did. It's just once you put Tony Allen in, like there's all kind. The same thing, Del Curry. I don't know. Can you look it up, Rob G? Numbers retired, that Grandmama and all these other players, Alonzo Mourning. You know what I mean? They're not better. They're not better than Del Curry. I'm just saying.
I think
are they not better than Del Curry?
Anybody knows man for man. But again, I think the big thing is for Charlotte fan base, he's Mr. Hornet. That's how they view him. You and I don't. We look at Alonzo Mourning and Muggsy Bogues. All these Charlotte fan base look at Del Curry as Mr. Hornet. And sometimes that's why I said within your own nook and cranny of the world, your own little corner, that's great for your fan base. You don't have to appease Kelvin Washington or Rob Parker or Rob G. That's there for their fan base.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Is there any NBA player in the last 15 years that is more beloved in their city than Derrick Rose was? I don't know how they're going to determine that, but we'll check that out. 877-99 on Fox. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Stick and stay.
Especially if your name's Kelvin and I need a pickup line in the US of A.
Yes.
LeBron may have put his foot in his mouth once again. Take a listen.
Playing 82 games in the 80s and 90s is not the same as playing 82 games in the 2020s. It's just not. The way we play, the level of pace, the level of the speed that we're playing at, it's a different game now. It's a totally different game. You know, it's a lot of soft tissue injuries that's happened now because of it.
Straight, Boulder Dash, Poppycock. I mean, come on. Like LeBron, this is where people push away. You know, when you hear this and he's trying to justify and whatnot. We get the injuries and what's going on. People used to get injured there, and it was different defensively. But, Rob G., you did the research, right? Or you found out. You got them, too.
I got the numbers.
And the numbers just don't add up for LeBron, and that's the issue. And that's what we talk about. When you listen to these terrible podcasts and there's nobody there to push back and say, well, that's interesting, LeBron, because back in so-and-so, it's the same, and you're saying you're playing differently. What you got?
Man, let me tell you. You're at because he is absolutely right what he said. It was
that's why I want
different.
to talk to Rob G. Then.
I got the numbers. No, I'm saying he's absolutely right, and that the 80s and 90s was way harder to play in. Way more difficult to play in.
That's what I'm saying. All right.
Yeah, because, listen, let's talk about the numbers. First of all, LeBron typically, he can be this, he can be polarizing, he can be passive-aggressive. One of the things he normally is very astute when it comes to basketball. His acumen, he knows he's a historian. That's one of the things I appreciate.
How do you say that when he voted for Bronny for the All-Star game?
Well, that's his son. You know what I mean? Nepotism, cronyism.
Yes.
You got to get that done. But, he usually is very well studied, historically, knows the game. That's one of the things you can at least appreciate about him. This one, he's dead wrong in my opinion, for multiple reasons. Number one.
Are we recording this?
The 80s was the absolute, to me, hybrid of the two. You got the fast pace, and he's talking about pacing. Let's talk about the pacing. In the 80s, it was the fastest. In fact, the only pace that they had was 1 year, 87 to 88, when they had a slower pace. They were at 99.6, which the current pace is at 99.6. After that, you're talking 100.6 to 102.1.
Did he ever watch Showtime?
Showtime. The Celtics, the Pistons, the 76ers with Dr. J, Houston with the Hakeem and Ralph Sampson. The Nuggets, they were going back in the day.
The Nuggets would score 175 points on a regular basis. Yes.
Watch
Alex
this.
English and all those guys. Yes.
Kiki Vanderway. Not only were they playing at a higher pace, what else would you see? Punches, clotheslines, and hard fouls.
And they were physical. You come into the lane, guess what? You're going to get a two-piece and a biscuit.
So they are playing at a faster pace, way more physical. They didn't have commercial airlines. They did not have the advanced medicine and nutrition that they have right now.
They used to ride next to me on the plane.
Right, literally.
When I covered the NBA back then, NBA players sat next to me. We were on commercial flights.
Yep.
We took 6 a.m. flights out of every city. Like, that was an NBA rule, because back then you didn't come back home and get in your own bed. You would go on a road trip.
Yep.
And you would stay on the road, and you would fly to the next city, and we would be on those flights.
Exactly. So the idea that, it's just so hard now. All y'all do is go 35 feet out and set pick and rolls. Now, if you want to talk about soft tissue issues and why guys are beat up and brutal, I tell you why, and I've been telling this since the duration of me on this show. It's that they only play basketball since they were 6. And that's all they do. And they're playing for their team. They're playing for the travel league. They're playing AAU. Then they play for this team.
That's not what people did. They played all sports.
They played all sports. How many times we hear about guys playing football, baseball, basketball? Oh, I didn't really lock into basketball until my freshman year, because the other years I was playing this. Or in high school, I had to decide which one am I going to finally commit to, because I played all of these sports. That's the issue why guys are beat down, wore out. That's why LaMelo Ball is always injured, and Lonzo Ball is always injured, and Zion's always injured.
And they played 1 million games on the AAU circuit on the
6
weekend.
6 on Saturday, 5 on Sunday.
Ridiculous.
Then I go back to my regular team, and I'm playing too much. But the idea that they're playing faster pace and it's harder. Yeah, right. You have everything catered to you. The best medicine, best nutrition, best travel, best doctors.
I don't remember any masseuses traveling when I was covering the NBA in the 80s. I don't remember. I don't even remember. There was some fat guy in there rubbing you down after a game.
That's about the best you got. What was the dude with the Pistons for all those 30, 40 years? What was his name? Mike
Abdenauer.
Abdenauer, exactly.
That's a good call for you. Very good. Mike Abdenauer.
Yeah. So I'm blown away with this one, LeBron. It's a big miss, because they played at a faster pace throughout the duration of the 80s. They played much more physical basketball. They didn't have the advancement of medicine and technology. So I don't get where he's going. And guys do. And then your guy, Joe Dumars, came out and said they're saying there's no more, when it comes to the load management, there's no significant data that concludes that you're better off with load management. All right, it's the Odd Couple, Robert Kelvin on a Funky Flashback Friday. And as always, check out the YouTube channel. We're there right now. Do it! We are simulcasting live on YouTube. Just search Odd Couple FSR Rob. I saw you hit a little move right there. This is roller skating there. Hey.
I'm a woman.
Whoa, that would have been me. I can do a lot. Me and roller skating is just one thing, bro. I'm just never really good at, man.
We did the roller skating on Friday nights. Are you kidding? Oh, yeah.
I'm embarrassed to say it, man. And I used to host all the little, I was on radio, music radio, host all the little club teen nights there, and could never roller skate myself. Search Odd Couple FSR. Subscribe, like, share. Anything you see in the Odd Mobs right now, Rob G? You want to get some later?
I got some. If you want me to give them now, I can, or we can tease the later ahead. However,
let's tease it. Go through these, Rob G, and when we come back at the bottom, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, 877.
Are they ripping me? Yeah, I knew
always.
It. Oh, I knew.
Why
it.
You, Rob Parker?
Alex, it's always about me, no matter what the topic is.
Well, you know what? I almost feel like we have to say real quick. You know how sometimes I play this for K-Dot? R.I.P. to her, by the way. She just passed away today.
Really?
She did.
That's from the Home Alone lady.
Yeah, she did.
She did.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yeah, I got to get actually her real name. I don't want to just call her that, but Kevin's mom. But yes, R.I.P. to her. I'll get her name in just a moment. All right, get some calls. 877-99 on Fox. D. Rose celebrated love. Got his jersey retired the other day. Deserved it to me. Rob's over anybody. Get Catherine O'Hara. Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara.
Yep.
O'Hara. Catherine O'Hara. Rest in peace to her. 71 years young. Of course, all the Home Alone movies, Schitt's Creek, and
what? What'd you say? This is a family show.
How dare you?
That's the name of the show. That's the name of the show.
Can't say it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Phone calls. Who we got?
Jeff in Virginia. You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jeff? How are you?
Hey, what's going on, Rob? Rob, I gotta agree with you 100%. Born and raised 67 years in the city, grew up in Inglewood. Never, ever, ever heard he said the word beloved more in the last segment than I've ever heard of Derrick Rose's whole career in Chicago. So I don't know where that comes from. I mean, when you talk about guys in Chicago like Chet the Jet Walker and Bob Love and
Isaiah Thomas.
And some of those things. You know, it's almost like today, the minute the guy runs a 15-yard running play, the announcers are like, oh, there's a future Hall of Famer.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it's just ridiculous, you know, and I don't understand where it comes from. I heard he declined the statue. I'm like, who offered him a statue?
Right. Thank you.
You got to be kidding me. Nobody in Chicago. I don't know where this beloved come from, but I guarantee I grew up in Inglewood. I know Simeon. I know the area. Never heard it. And I can't say it any more emphatically.
Well,
never.
I never heard it. I'm not from Chicago, but I just don't know where that comes from. 877-99 on Fox. Mike in Augusta, you're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mike?
What's going on, y'all? Long time. First time, long time.
Well, appreciate you. Thank you, my man. Thanks for the support. Absolutely.
Yeah, I still listen every night. I just be a little bit busy.
Okay.
But, yeah, when you talk about beloved players that never won anything, as a Hawks fan, nobody loves Dominique Wilkins
there you go.
As much as we do. I mean, we stial Dominique needs
That's a good name right there.
Statues.
Yeah, Nick's a good one. Nick, shout out to
yeah.
Nick.
Yeah, because the human highlight reel, he was one of those guys. They never won there, but he was. That's a guy.
That's a good. I like that. That's a good compare. Like Nick means a lot to the city, not just from what he like. He means a lot to the city of Atlanta. That's a good one there.
Jordan in D.C. You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jordan? How are you?
Oh, hey, Rob, Kelvin, how you guys doing?
What's up, Jordan? We're
doing
good,
great,
brother.
Oh, awesome. No, Rob, I gotta disagree with you here. I think D Rose deserved that statue, and I think the reason is for the Celtics and Lakers. I mean, not statue, jersey retirement. I think for the Celtics and Lakers type of teams, you need some chips to get that. But for like some teams here, like I know for the Wizards, I can speak for them. You know, John Wall, who wasn't what Derrick Rose was, he is beloved here due to his charity work, due to some years making.
Yeah, but they didn't even last night. Wasn't it last night with John Wall? They didn't even retire his number. It was a bobblehead night. He grabbed the mic at the center court, which is fine. But even they couldn't even muster up a retirement, Kelvin. You see what I'm saying? Didn't they honor him last night, Jordan?
Yeah, but I think in time the jersey retirement can come, Rob. You know, because
but that's my point. You could honor people without automatically thinking you need to retire their jersey. That's what they did for John Wall. That's what they did.
If John Wall had an MVP like Derrick Rose did, that might have changed it because John Wall was a heck of a player. He had an MVP along with the stats and all that he had. That might have did it for him.
All right, one more real quick. Tim.
Please in one more.
Chili Tim in Atlanta. You're on The Odd Couple. Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Chili?
Yeah, what up, fellas? 2 quick points. First one, Chicago is the one place that you just can't put anybody a statue beside Michael Jordan. It just doesn't work. I mean, that won't happen. Like, if you're going to be beside him, you better be...
Right!
You at least got to an NBA championship, but the guy I was going to say that's probably his most beloved. What about Dame Lillard in Portland?
I
mean,
agree with that. That's another name. That's another name.
You know?
Yeah.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No doubt. Thank you, Chili. I can see Dame for sure.
He's back there now, obviously, with all the injuries, so we haven't heard from him, but he is back up there in Portland. All right, appreciate all the calls on that as well, and we'll check in with Steve DeSager, get you updated here, and then Rob G, definitely read some YouTubians and Odd Mob
Only read the good ones for me for a change, Rob G, because you edit it and you only pick the bad ones. All right, Steve.
Then he's not going to read anything.
Wow.
Great college basketball lineup tonight. It's number 3, Michigan. They are up 16 at the half. It's now Michigan only leading 46-39 at 7th-ranked Michigan State. And in the NBA, the Lakers have won at Washington 142-111. Luka Doncic had a triple-double in the first half, finished with 37 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists. Celtics also had a huge halftime lead. It's now Boston 94-73 over Sacramento with 8.5 minutes to go. Big lead at New York for the Knicks ahead of Portland 96-72. Knicks going for a 5th straight win. And Toronto leads late third quarter 84-80 at Orlando. Nikola Jokic is back in the lineup for the Denver Nuggets tonight. He'd missed a month with a knee injury. Nuggets lead final minute of the first quarter against the Clippers 33-27. And Jokic in 7 minutes with 9 points on the court. Saturday's Spurs at Hornets game was moved up to a noon Eastern start due to bad weather. Charlotte's won 5 straight. NHL just one game tonight. It is tied 1-1 after 1. That's Columbus at Chicago. The Vikings fired general manager Kwesi Adolfo Mensah after 4 years. Next season's NFL salary cap is due to be over $300 million per team for the first time. Patriots quarterback Drake May missed practice today due to illness. The Super Bowl is a week from Sunday. New England against Seattle. The A's gave shortstop Jacob Wilson a 7-year extension worth $70 million. The Royals gave first baseman Vinny Pasquantino a 2-year contract. Justin Rose leads by 4 strokes in San Diego. Brooks Koepka barely made the cut. The Australian Open women's final very late tonight our time. Lindsey Vonn injured her knee in a crash in her final downhill race before the Olympics. She says her Olympic dream not yet over. NASCAR's Clash is Sunday nights on Fox TV. It'll be about 25 degrees in North Carolina on Sunday after Saturday's snowstorm there. In fact, the Saturday events have been postponed. Back to you.
Steve, thank you. Have a great night. Appreciate it. Odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a funky Flashback Friday. We'll get to a topic here about the Warriors. You got some thoughts on them, Rob. We'll get to them in a second. Rob G is going to read some comments from the YouTubians. The Odd Mob, what you got?
Guys, I mean, per the usual, Rob, you had to know what was coming.
What?
It's just, I don't know why you would say, try to find the positive ones.
I don't have any positive ones on the YouTube.
Well, I'm just going to read some of the comments that have come in. They're coming in really fast. I'm reading them as I go here. Eric Lewis says, speaking as a Bulls fan, I love D. Rose. His jersey's up in the rafters now. He does need a statue to solidify his legacy in the city of Chicago.
Oh, God.
Cosmo Rat 69. Don't forget the 69 part. Says, Rob is so insufferable. That's all I had to say.
Thank you. Thanks for listening to the show. I appreciate that.
Here's one. Be Cool Jim Shoe says, I think Rob missed the mark here. Derrick Rose is the most important Chicago Bull since Mike. Okay. And then here's one. B-Boy Collective says, Rob will hate on a brother for breathing. He is the star and Buck Wild of sports radio, general in the army of hate. And this is
He said he'll hate on a brother for breathing. That's crazy.
This is my favorite one. West Side for Life 77 says, Rob is in 5 Hall of Fames, but what about the people who think he doesn't deserve it? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I want to know the Black Sports Writer Hall of Fame list. Someone's like, man, I can't believe Rob is in
I
that.
can't believe they put him. They let anybody.
They let anybody in. On the second class, the second
the
inaugural
man been
class.
fired 82 times. How he get up in here?
How is Chris Broussard not in there?
You really gonna do that to me?
Did that ever come up in the debate? I want to know. Did you get Bill Belichick in that
Yeah,
conversation?
tell us how that room went. How did the vote go?
It didn't go like that. People actually had a ballot and they voted. It had nothing to do with it.
You'd have to campaign like what was it? Armando did earlier this week.
Armando.
All right, here we go. Let me tell you what I think. All right, did you have to speak for yourself? Woo! Did you get on a Zoom call? Here's why I think I should be in the Hall of Fame. I have written more than 7,000 columns. Like, we have to do none of that?
No, we don't have to do that. People have a bio of you, and they can do their own research for younger,
Stephen A. is
reporters.
like, Rob Parker, tell us why you belong in the Hall of Fame. Steve, it's easy. Hold on.
Hold on. Put the glasses on, Rob G. Now you got to get close. Everybody's different. Some people,
Why
like, if
you
it's too
gotta
close.
mess with my eyes, Rob G? I'm sorry, I'm not 35 anymore.
You went the wrong way, Rob. You got to go closer. Rob put his nose on the screen. I'll be like, Rob, okay, let me just read it, Rob. It's okay. I can read the callers.
Whatever.
So when is Chris going to get in? I feel bad that he's not in as many Hall of Fames as you.
Chris is younger than I am.
He's like 5 years old.
No, he's
Don't
not.
let the dyed hair fool you in FS1.
No,
you and him went to the same prom.
No. Chris is like 5 years younger than me.
No.
He is.
You make it seem like he's young.
Nobody's 5 years
You're
younger.
older. You're neither one of you is young.
But he's old.
And
He's young.
he can't get in the Black Sports Writers Hall of Fame?
Well, he has to be nominated and voted
Why
on.
ain't you nominated for, Rob?
I didn't know. Not
You
this
run it.
year. Not
Yeah,
this year.
He's only
though.
the third odd couple coach you ever had.
What third?
I'm sure you had a couple more before him. Kelvin's number 4. Steve will be number 5. I don't know.
Okay.
Rob G don't want it now.
Steve just
Rob G.
the look he gave Rob G.
He's like, nah.
That was
I ain't
after he
doing it.
threw up in his mouth.
He gave me the Magic Johnson. I ain't gonna be here.
I ain't gonna be here. Ain't gonna be here.
Alex
Oh
will be
my
number
gosh.
6.
Alex is down for it.
Alex will be down for it, actually.
Steve can work with what's his name on the
here you
weekend.
go.
Never mind.
Here you
I'll
go.
forget.
Don't start.
Rob,
Don't start.
don't do it.
Okay.
We're trying to keep you employed and don't let an I come between you. Relax, some S's.
All right.
All right, let's talk about the Warriors.
There was nobody who was on my side. Rob G, you picked like 10 emails or 10 texts.
All right, here's one. Harvest says, hate to agree with Rob. That's how you know it's bad. He's like, I know I don't want to agree with Rob, but I got to. Everyone getting jerseys hung and making the Hall of Fame is getting watered down.
It is.
That's fair.
It is.
There
If
you
you're
go.
in 4 Hall of Fames, there's probably something wrong.
That's a good point,
Well,
Rob.
let's go back to you. How many Hall of Fame
Whatever.
Oh, gosh.
All right, you
Calvin, how many Hall of Fames are you in? But I don't care about the Warriors anymore.
He's young. He's not in any Hall of
young
Fames.
right now, Rob G. Yeah,
What?
I'm too young.
Rob,
43.
can you nominate him for the Black Sports Writers Hall of
No,
Fame?
he's not a black sports writer.
Why not?
No, Rob G, it'll be some television thing in LA or
Right.
something like
It'll
that.
be-
Or
and you're-
some Michigan. Give me like 10 more
You're
years.
still in your
Michigan.
career. You're still going. I mean, you're still like reaching for the stars.
Wouldn't you love to have a co-host whose accomplishment on his byline says youngest member of the Black Sports Writers Hall
He's
of
not
Fame?
a sports writer though.
So? That's never stopped me before.
He'll be on the television.
Hey, by the way, Rob G, that is getting a little murky right now. This whole sports writer thing. I don't know. I'll be looking online. I don't know. Everybody's a sports writer. Everybody got a phone.
You fired off a few tweets and now you're in the Black
Fired
Sports
off a
Writers
few
Hall.
tweets. They are all in. Sources telling me. Oh, wow, they got sources now. Everybody's a writer.
Unbelievable. You guys are the worst.
Why is that being the word? Rob, we're trying to add accolades to the show.
No,
I'm
that's a
already
good point.
anticipating the Bears
Listen.
sports media list coming out and be disappointed.
Listen, don't worry.
You're
Rob
happy.
G,
Rob, let me tell you something. I want you to notice, Kelvin.
What's
Rob
that?
G is praying against pray, a hope against hope that we're not going to be in the top 20. Like, that's what he wants. Be honest, Rob G. You don't want us to be in the top 20. So, because he says that I win too much. So this would be another one like yes.
This is what I want.
I'm telling you, Kelvin, he doesn't want us to be in the top.
No, I want us to
Are
be.
we talking about the Bears?
Yes.
First of all right.
No,
how we weren't last year, which I don't. You know me, I'm not that guy like that normally. Y'all know that. But to see who was and we weren't is where I take it from.
Okay,
you
so-
just said we weren't. Okay, cool. But
I do want us to be on there. I think that we've been on there, every other year. So I was surprised. There must have been some glitch, maybe because Kelvin had been new, so they had to start.
That's what it was. They were
That's
like,
what
oh,
I
they got
figured
the
it
new
was.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they blame Kelvin.
So,
then.
so no,
Yeah, I'm okay.
I want us to be on the list, but what I really, really want is for
it's
both.
for Rob to go crazy.
No, it's for both Ben Maller and Jason Smith to be listed ahead of us. Because Rob's been toking jokes at the top of every show and at
That
the
is
end of
true.
every show with those two
That is
guys.
true.
So for them to be like 6 and 7, and then we're like 15, I would love that.
I love Ben Maller. I don't even know where you get that from.
I would love that. And then I want him to send a picture with him and Aaron with
he's
the
gonna,
with the sign that says
the
we're
phone
ranked
call
higher.
the phone call, Rob G, that they're gonna get if that happens. Rob, he is gonna let them have it.
I was
he
so
already
mad
let them have
last
it
year.
last year.
I was so
I don't
mad.
know what you would do this year.
You know
okay.
I'm in 5 different Hall of Fames, Jason.
No, that ain't. Hey,
Why am I not on this top 20?
That's true.
how about
Did you
I did
see my
win.
Bill Belichick video? 1.1 million views.
1.1 million views? We get nothing.
And you do got the LA current rating host of the year. LA Press Club host of the year.
There you
By
go.
the way, throw that out there, Roger. Don't be disrespectful. Put some respect. Emmy winning.
Let's put that in the intro.
One's
got
Mike,
an Emmy, and one
Golden
watches
Mike,
the Emmys.
Golden Mike, Emmy.
We got
LA
that, Rob.
Press Club.
We got that coming.
That's
Watch
the
and
next.
see.
The next Open is going to feature stuff like that.
You know, I'm just saying, make sure, that's out there. You know what I'm saying? Prestigious. Oh, shout out to the prestigious Journalist of the Year award. Won that one too. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take a picture of at the TV job and send that to y'all.
One's in the Black Sports Writers Hall of Fame. The other is black.
There you go. I like that one. That's a good Open. All right. Hey.
That's funny. Last call.
You know what? I want to say this, Rob G.
Okay.
And I know we didn't do the Warriors. I actually want to
That's
do.
all right.
I actually
This
want
is
to do
more
the Pistons one because
What you got to say about the Pistons?
Don't we have this on that's the last call? Only because with Kelvin, I want to get his take
Okay.
on
Let me
this.
see what you said to
All right.
everybody. Need to create our legacy. Okay.
We'll do that. I think
Ooh,
that's
a good one. That's a good one. That's
I
a
think
good
that's
one.
good.
I like that. All right, let's talk about it next. Last call, 877-99 on Fox Plus. Rob has a 20-year battle of Pistons teams and why they might need to stop copying each other. We'll tell you what we're talking about. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
It's last call time on the Odd Couple. If you had a take and
Matthew Stafford looked every bit the MVP he's going to be. 22 of 35, 374, 3 touchdowns, no picks, passer rating of 127.6. He was great. Or you could take the glass half empty approach and say, for all those stats and all those numbers, when it really came down to it, inside the 10-yard line, fourth quarter, down by 4, chance to go ahead late and get your team the win, get to the Super Bowl. 3 straight incompletions, including one in the end zone. The rest is history. And instead of the Rams, the Seattle Seahawks will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.
100%. I'm going to take the glass half empty, of course, and look at this. I'm actually, I said to you on Friday, was it Friday? That if there's any football gods, that they would not allow Matthew Stafford to have a chance to rewrite his history. I'm dead serious, and I'm glad that it happened this way. And for all those numbers, because this was such a Matt Stafford moment. Big numbers, all that in the game. Oh, yeah, look at me. I almost threw for 400 yards. But then when it came down to it, and they really needed it, that was his moment. There was a legacy moment there, and I'll give that to you. Mm-hmm. Had he been able to beat the Seahawks defense, score in that moment right there, his last 2 passes went to guys I didn't even know who they were. Like you got Devontae Adams and Puka there. No balls went to those 2 guys in the last 2, the 3rd down and 4th down. They were at the 6-yard line. It was right. The last play was 4th and 4.
Yeah.
So they still could have got a first down inside and be first and goal at the 2, right? Was set up. It didn't happen. So from that standpoint, a McVay, I'm also with the McVay. He's pretty smug, thinks that he invented football. I love the idea that he fired the special teams coach, right? Because he blamed him for what went on. And guess what happened? A special teams moment happened for him.
The play of the game.
And I think I love how ironic that is, that it was all that coach at home. You could imagine what he felt like when that went down.
He's the only person who jumped up on the bad thing.
Right?
Yes! Everybody's like, wait, what do you mean? Yes! No,
it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Right.
Told him.
But I'm just saying that was another one of those moments where, things happen or whatever, but it was the Rams at one point were 9-2, and everybody thought they had everything. My God, they got all the weapons. Everything from that point on, 9-2, after winning 5 in a row, they finished the season 5-4. And remember, even their 2 playoff wins, they needed touchdowns at the very end. They didn't run away with anything. They didn't beat up anybody. It was a struggle. And I'm not surprised. I did pick Seattle to win.
2 things came back to bite them in the butts. So I'm going to work a little backwards here. They had given up 30 points defensively, and now 4 of the last 6 games, I believe it is. So that's one of the issues they're going in. Their defense is what we thought, the first half of the season. Obviously, Puka, Devontae, Matt Stafford. But it was their defense that's what folks were saying, most complete team, because their defense was great. You had guys coming from the front 7. So that was the thing that you kind of thought, oh, man, with that defense and offense, they were scary. The special teams were sketchy for sure. Lost them a couple of games, so you're thinking, all right, maybe that's the one area they need to tighten up. But the defense have been struggling, and we had talked about that, and I brought that up a handful of times. Like, they're winning some of these games, but the defense is giving up points. Or they got a couple of defensive stops, they might have won those games. So the defense let them down in that. We'll talk a little bit more about Seattle and Sam Darnold. Also, Matthew Stafford, what I didn't like, and the thing that bit them and Sean McVay, they were 0 for 6 on third downs.
Oh, that's so
you can't
huge.
be 0 for 6 in third downs against a very high quality team, and that has an issue there. Also, Sean McVay. Now I give you Sean Payton the smug. I don't get that with McVay.
No, I do.
I
get that because of his last name, his lineage,
I get you with the Payton.
Everybody says
guys.
he's a genius and whatnot. All I know is the last 3 years went out in the wild card round, went out in the divisional round, and then went out here with probably the best team he already had put together.
It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin, Washington on a Funky Flashback Friday. One more time for you boys. Question for you, though. Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it is not. Switch to life-changing, wet, extra-large, flushable dude wipes that Rob is holding right there. Plans on using it tonight when he gets home after eating his 5th piece of cheesecake and rack of ribs.
Oh, man.
Because wetter is... just cleans better.
Hey,
available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes. Best clean, pants down.
I'm running out of time, so this is going to be ugly at the Super Bowl.
You're about to go crazy.
All right, because I'm about to start. I need to get in shape earlier this year, starting for April 11th for the Black Sports Writers Hall of Fame in Greensboro, North Carolina. So I'm going to have to do a quick one, lose about 20 pounds.
Like 2 months or so.
Can I lose 20 pounds in 2 months?
Yeah, you can do that.
15 pounds. I got to look good.
15 for sure. 20 is a lot, but you could do 15.
Yeah, I'm going to be on it. I'm going to eat salad for breakfast. Alex, salad for breakfast with no dressing. That'll be my breakfast.
Dude, don't call it, dude. You got to have something. Olive oil, lemon vinaigrette. You got to have something, or you won't be able to. You won't be able to chew it.
I can't eat lettuce with nothing on it.
No.
You
Really?
a bunny?
Somebody had to have their throat cut open because who was that? It was an athlete, a Dodger, Dustin May.
Oh yeah.
Why? Because he's eating lettuce?
No, seriously. Yeah, he got caught in his throat. He couldn't breathe, and they had to cut his throat.
Cut his throat to get the lettuce out?
All right, let me make. I'm like
that don't sound right.
All right, hold on. Let me make sure. Something had to happen to him. I know he had an issue with a salad and some lettuce.
So I have it right here. Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher Dustin May suffered a serious incident after eating a piece of lettuce from a salad, which caused a tear in his esophagus.
That's crazy.
He required emergency surgery and had to undergo a lengthy recovery process.
Yeah, but the salad.
Learn to chew.
But the salad caused a tear in his throat.
Yeah, because it was just. I mean, I wasn't there with his fork, but I'm saying, dude, you got to make sure that's going down. That's rough. That's roughage, called roughage, because it's hard to, I'm not saying it's
roughage is good.
Yeah, it is good, but how you gonna eat some? And you only eating big old chunks of iceberg. What you gonna do?
No. I'll get the baby soft lettuce. All right, here's my issue with the Pistons. Can we do it?
Okay. Yes.
So they have. I don't know, Kelvin. Did you see they went back to Mason, who's the PA guy, doing the same type of intro they did for that 2004 championship team? Did you know that?
I actually
Chauncey Billups. So now
Richard,
they're doing
Rip Hamilton.
So now he's doing a similar thing for the current Pistons.
Okay.
I don't like it.
What was he doing before? I thought he was.
No, it was just regular.
Oh, like Cade Cunningham.
Right. Like they went back where he's written a script and he's done. Mason was so good, and he was a radio DJ.
The league,
everybody copied him. Everybody copied
him. They all copied what the Pistons were doing, without a doubt.
I mean, he was really good. I'll never forget J.A. Donde when he's still with ESPN.
Oh, yeah, I love that you told me this.
Yeah, it's J.A. had covered the NBA for, 25 years. And he gets up to go for the introductions. And I'm like, J.A., where you going? We're eating. I'm like, where are you going?
Yep.
He's like, oh, I want to hear the introductions. I was like, what? Like for writers, we hear it every day, every game.
Right.
But that's how good it was that he really wanted to go and hear it. And if you remember, during the finals, ABC had a camera on Mason for him to do the intros. You never saw that. But now I just think
the Palace Prince, Tayshaun, the Palace Prince, and Chauncey, and then Big Ben would come out, and the fire flames would come out. It was crazy, man.
But I'm just saying, why are you doing it again?
I don't. You know why? Because they're embracing the city, how the city
do your own thing.
Was
do your own thing.
Connected to them. They're embracing the hard nose.
But do your own thing. It's not going to work. Those were the going to work Pistons. Is all I'm saying.
But I think it's almost like a Yankee is a Yankee is a Yankee. You come in the Yankees, you shave your beard, you fit the part, you do what the Yankees do, and this is what we do. And I think it's the same thing. The bad boys were tough and brute, and that's who they were. Fast forward, decade or so, the going to work Pistons, hardcore, tough, da-da-da-da-da. And so I think they're saying that's what works in this town. That's what works for this franchise. Let's be hardcore, play together, be united, and be a tough physical team. And I think that's what they're doing. They're saying it worked for that generation, the Detroit basketball. It worked. You don't
have to copy everything. That's all I'm saying. And they should have their own thing that they do that people can embrace. That's all I'm saying. It ain't the end of the world, but
right. I get what you're saying. And maybe they will. Maybe they'll find it.
I did get a text from Elijah. He said, lettuce is not food, it's water. So there's Elijah.
Well, iceberg is, yes, iceberg lettuce is 1,000% water.
You know what? So I can drop a couple pieces of iceberg into my Diet Coke to make it cold or no?
All right.
This is so disgusting.
This is why Elijah doesn't have a mic.
Alex is so disgusting.
Yeah, Elijah, you didn't help out at all.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?